right-handed.
Oh.
I'm not
God.
very high up on the scales today. My scales are very low.
I'll check my scales soon. However, what happened on our last episode of Lonesome West?
Last session, we... Fuck, what was it? We picked up after Chris had a moment dealing with her dad, and she and Red had a talk, and Chris is very much of the mind that she wants to kill Emperor Callis because of what he did to her mom. On our way to what was the city called again?
Don't mind that.
He's in
He is in Calderum.
Calderum, right? We were on our way to there. Odd had a strange occurrence where he and Lilith both got extremely ill, and Odd had a second pull going at the exact same time. So he's just like, could we make a sidetrack? And they sidetracked all the way north to an estate of sorts, and his pull led him to the son of the owner of said estate, Angelias, who isn't really in any distress. He just really wants to be an adventurer, but he's being tied down by what his adoptive dad wants him to do. And Odds was trying to figure out exactly what to say there, trying to push him toward being an adventurer, but Angelias is a little stuck in his ways.
Oh, yes?
In the following night, he had to break it to Lilith that her mom is dead and her dad is trapped in a plane that he can't get out of.
It do be like that. That is the last thing that you did throughout that evening. I don't believe anything else was occurring for that evening. In the time that the morning arises, you do note that Ren has stepped away. He left a note behind mentioning that he has business to do, and you have a hunch that it has to do with his guild. So he's departed from the party at the moment. But for the rest of you, you awaken soundly by your small little caravan and can act as you please.
Shit, he was the one who drove the cart.
The cart.
I get to put my horseback riding skills to work. Yes.
Oh no.
Karist has the second most cart driving experience because she'll sit by Ren.
Not wrong.
I don't know if that'll do anything, but I have a +2.
What skill did he have to use?
Land
I don't think
vehicles.
he did.
That's the one. Yeah, land vehicles. It's usually used during like going over treacherous terrain and whatnot.
I have a
it's
+2
not something you
if I
actually
do
have to make a check
handling
for.
instead of land vehicles.
Yeah.
I don't think I really need to be here anymore because I think at this point I'm just gonna give up on trying to get sway onto life.
If that is the thing, if you think your deeds have concluded here.
Yeah, I'll just go to his parents. What were their names again? Octavius
And Claudia.
Yeah, I gotta zoom in on those. Yeah, I'll just be like, I don't think I need to take up much more of your time here. It appears the business that I had to do was not all that serious as I thought it would end up being.
As you say this, kind of like on the front porch, I imagine, as you like beckon them to bid them adieu, Octavius comes to like speak to you. You do note that a disheveled Angelias is up on the balcony. He's just kind of like paying attention from a distance. Claudia joins Sir Octavius, and he says, "Oh, well, if that is your needs. Hopefully all of your clerical business was done here. Hopefully that our hospitality was well welcomed by you, as yours was to ours.
It was appreciated the time that you gave us. You've raised a good kid up there.
Claudia in particular, like she kind of beams at the comment and then kind of like gathers herself. She's like, gotta look real proper here. So it's just like more of a general smile, and she gives like a very discreet curtsy. And Octavius thanks you for the compliment.
New recruit
Just-
reporting in.
Be sure to keep safe in the next passing days. Things aren't going over well toward the east, and
Lance yells from the cart, "The Ruby Kingdoms is fucked!"
yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if things happening over there spread to here.
Very well. And good travels to you as well. I can only imagine it's even more treacherous out on the road. You and your lot take care. You deserve the best.
I'll just nod that and just shake his hand farewell and leave.
Indeed. You pass on back to the carriage among yourselves. You kind of take one last look back at the manor and see them return inside as their general laborers begin to take the arduous task of, upon the sun's light, heading out into the fields and doing any various agricultural work that they need to do. You catch one last glimpse of Angelias from the balcony as he just kind of gazes back at you from quite the far distance, and he seems to turn and walk back into his room from there. Suddenly, you feel there is no longer a pull coming from the manor.
I was going to do one last thing, once we had left, Odd was going to actually sending Angelias.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll say, the world's a dangerous place right now, and it very well might be safer you stay home. But maybe one day when things calm down, you could spread your wings and see out whatever dreams you wish.
You hear a bit of a frightened response at first, but it seems to calm down after a moment. Yes, I believe that might be for the best. Thank you for the guidance you provided. It's an interesting perspective. Safe travels.
And then, how's Lilith doing right now?
Checking on her. Zoe's been tending to her throughout the early morning while you've just been doing basic tasks like getting breakfast together and speaking to the Phoenicia family.
I imagine Karist and Lance are half-assed trying to drive the cart.
I mean,
working together.
But before you guys have actually set off.
Karist has the map and Lance is trying to get everything set up. Just how do I change gears? What does that even mean?
What's a gear?
No, the map
no,
is
I know what a
upside
gear
down.
is.
Come on, it's this way. No, that's sideways, guy. Come on.
I know
Guys,
how to
you're
read a
scaring
map,
the horses.
Lance.
Who drew this map?
Wait, did we take the map from Bastion?
God damn it.
God.
Wait,
Oh,
this
God.
is the wrong map. This is the map of the Ruby Kingdoms.
Imagine
No,
if
this
you
is the
took
map
that
from the
map from
museum.
Bastion. Yeah.
What is Rudolph? Why is there reindeer here?
Oh my
Probabalia-
god.
What the fuck is Probabalia Bat?
Spelled probably wrong.
That being said, yeah, you fight yourselves amongst the travels down the road into the nearby town. Otherwise, though, looking early in the morning and before you set off, you do note that Lucinia is hanging on as best as she can. She seems very sad, but
What?
she...
That's not Lucinia.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong L. Lilith.
Wrong child.
Wrong L name. Lilith is still obviously upset from the news that she had learned. She's not very talkative, and when prompted to eat, she'll maybe take a few nibbles, but not really. But this is hard to tell whether it is part of her sadness that may be affecting her, or if she's not feeling well, because both seem to be the case. It seems clear that she is unwell at the moment.
Odd'll do his best to like make whatever like remedy he can with his herbalism kit to like medicines he know would just like help with stomach problems and all that.
There's various common like medicines and tinctures. You know, make some Pepto-Bismol real quick. Give me a herbalism check.
26.
That is pretty good. Yeah, you make some like general painkillers as well as general feel-good medicine from local herbs that you're able to conjure up off the side of the cart before returning back and brewing it up over the rest of the day. You give some of that to her with her meals, and it seems to improve her slightly. Whenever she is in that more improved state, she just kind of like somberly sits in the corner of the wagon, just kind of minding her travel as she does to the best of her ability while everything continues on.
I don't know how much Odd could say, at least right now. So,
That is fine. From your current position, you are about halfway between Heraclea and Calderum from your little venture forth. You eventually, in the next day or so, return to the main highway, and that will take you further on to Calderum, your next destination. This puts you with several days' travel ahead of you. Do any of you wish to do anything while you are on the road?
I read my book. How many days?
Yes. Which book is this?
My other book, so it's like I can get the. It's a feat.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiring leader, whatever that.
How many days have you read it already?
Like 3, I believe.
3, I believe. And does it say how many that you need to do?
I think you said 10.
That's what I thought. So yeah, you'll be able to complete 3 days worth of reading in the next, actually 4 days because of the initial day.
Okay, so I have 7 out of 10. Okay.
Not bad, not bad. Anything else that would like to be accomplished beyond? Oh, what's up?
You said we're how many days out?
3 days out from passing south of Lencia, where you were, down to the main highway. That's 1 day, and then you got 3 more days.
3 more days till we're at Calderum?
Yes.
Okay. When we're on the 3rd day going into Calderum, I would like to cast Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah.
Fucking Kenneth and
What?
Kenneth.
what?
On the map, Kenneth and Kenneth.
Oh yeah.
Oh god damn it. I forgot about those.
They're right there. How can you ignore them?
Those beautiful boys.
Because I was looking at something else.
Chris, are you ready to scrap this beautiful map that you got commissioned in the next 2 months?
Yes.
IPOG.
Hey. Okay, so I will cast 1 day out from Calderum. I will cast contingency.
Oh yes.
The circumstance. Oh no. Shit, nope. I lied. I still can't do that because I need a material component. Fuck.
What material component are you missing?
Statuette of yourself carved from ivory and decorated with gems worth at least 1,500 gold.
Well, that's a lot.
Ooh, Jesus.
Damn it.
But
that makes sense. Contingency.
that is the ideal thing you could find in Calderum because that is the biggest city in the continent.
That is that. Though it feels really fucking gaudy to have a statue of yourself made of ivory worth 1,500 gold.
Yeah, you just go find some like hag in the woods, and she's like, "Here is my totem," and it's like made of sticks and bark, and you're like, "Here's my thing, I guess. I came to this party. What was the spending limit on this gift exchange?"
You know, if Jerry were here, this would be really BM as the man who erected a statue of himself in the center of a city.
Ren somewhere just sneezes. Then I don't do anything but
I killed Chris for not doing anything.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh right.
Okay. I'm
I didn't do my
absolutely.
stuff.
Then I will talk to my cat.
Hell yeah. That is what you busy yourself with on your travels, otherwise preparing for whatever adventure might find at the end of your journey in the capital city of Calderum. Odd, do you have anything to do while you travel?
I mean, I'm wanting to talk to, like, do a bit with Lilith, but I'm also just like wanting to see if I get that, if I get anything from Yanni.
That is also true. That is a thing you should get. I had it differently in my brain, but that's not how that works. Yes. At the end of the first day, as you continue on, you make your camp as you do, setting your sights on Calderum to the southwest, and form your camp. And as such, Odd, your night is focused in on a place of darkness, one that you are slowly becoming acclimated to in a way. And let me see. Yes. You gain a vision. You see a vision of the man with his scruffy beard and his tattered clothes, along with the woman. They both seem to be in good health and good spirits. They are traveling in what seems to be kind of a ramshackle town, moving about as there are various humanoid and monstrous races, quite a number of orcs peering over them as they just kind of like lean over looking to see what might be within their arms that they hide away from the cold, chilly air. They speak to many people, asking of illness that they've never seen before, and if anyone could be able to help them. Many of these people direct that there is a large college amidst the mountains, and further beyond that there is a place known only as the Hereafter, the place of the gods. It is a place that they have known about, and that they have sought for some time. Although to be in the foothills of such a mountain range, they had not believed they would come this far, and yet here they are. They look upon the snowy peaks to the south, knowing only that the glaciers that go beyond are some of the most treacherous in the world, and yet it seems so necessary. They turn to each other, embrace each other with a small hug, and look down to reveal a young boy who seems to be a tiefling, naked only except in his swaddling clothes, a small blanket, and perhaps a cape that has been refurbished in whatever manner has suited them for their journey. They kind of nod to each other, look southward, and then begin to venture up the small, lonely path to the beyond. And you awaken calmly, without a fright.
Definitely gets up, walks away from the group, just like out of sight and earshot, and just silently sits the rest of the night, just thinking of everything and crying, pretty much.
You take a moment to yourself, and the vision that you've sustained and the thoughts you have about it, You take your time, and sooner or later, the morning does come, and you can do as you please.
I just want to say props to myself for what I put in D&D chat.
I cannot see this.
It's odd right now.
Oh no, I know what this is. I don't need to watch it.
No.
It makes me very happy.
God damn it.
Good morning, world! And all who inhabit it. How far away from the city are we?
At this moment when Odd recovers from the
With my
vision,
party.
you got 3 days out. So this is before even the contingency was thought about, but not
Oh
executed
god
on.
damn it! Alright, I'm back in the past. Samurai Jack.
Meaning, you have 3 days left on your journey. Odd, do you do anything on those 3 days of journeying?
Yeah, he would speak to Lilith like the next day.
Mm-hmm.
He'd just check up on her and just like, how are you holding up?
Oh, feel good.
I understand that. But other than that, how are you doing?
I don't know. I just don't feel good, I guess. You see that as she coughs, not noticing the symptom prior, there seems to be just a little bit of almost amorphous smoke that comes out of her mouth in just little bits. You know how like when it's real cold out and you see your breath? It's kind of like that in a very small amount, but it seems to be tenderly black.
I've seen that
Who
happen.
gave
to
Lilith a cigarette?
Yummy.
Yummy, mommy. You can't do that.
Yami is the
me.
Yami is the parent to let their kid have like a cigarette or a drink before they're old enough.
Here's the whole group because Lilith apparently smoked and Yami looking back.
Excellent.
God damn it.
Alright, now we all pull out knives. And we start stabbing.
How could Yami do this?
How could Yami do
redirect
this?
those knives at you. I'm really sorry about everything I found out.
She just kind of nods her head. She's not sure what to say to that.
I'm missing my parents as well. I was shown that my mom also died, and I don't know where my dad is either.
She seems to be paying attention to you. She's trying to make like heads or tails of it as best as she can. What do you mean? You were shown?
You remember how I told you that someone sent me to help you?
She nods.
Well, that same person showed me, has been showing me about my past, and well, they showed me about my mom a while ago, but I still don't know anything about my dad.
That sounds scary, I think.
Yeah, but the same person who's been showing me these things they've been helping me throughout everything. If I'd just been told all of this, I think I'd be a broken man, but funny enough, in their strange way of pushing me to continue to help the people I have. They've made me see. They've helped me see a lot of life in a great way.
Can they help me find Daddy or Mommy?
Maybe if it's within their ability, and if you made the push for it, then maybe one day.
Sound really nice.
They really are a strange person. And that's where Odd will like start to pull down his sleeve and like show his mark.
And she kind of like meekly brushes her hair aside and looks upon the mark that you have. She just kind of examines it from a distance. It seems difficult to move at the moment.
This, as far as I know, they gave me this so that I would always have the ability to do the things I do on this journey, and honestly, it feels always like a remembrance to keep going and not stop. They go by a lot of names, especially from where they're at. From where they're from, but the one a lot of people have taken to is Yami.
So they're your friend?
In a way, yeah. They've helped me through a lot of things, and I might not have seen it at the time as entirely good, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to help so many people. So in a way, they can be good.
You sound like a real good friend.
Yeah. And maybe they can help you too, as he's just like patting her head, like just like fixing her hair, that type of thing. Just like a comfort type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're going through, and well, Yami's helped me through a lot of things, and maybe they can help you too if you try to ask for it.
Ask for it?
Yeah. I assume that your mom and your daddy, like, have told you to pray for certain gods for certain things, like when you're just going to bed or something.
Mm-hmm. They say to pray to all the gods. It just depends.
Well, maybe you could try praying to him. He's helped me through so much. And maybe he can help you too if you really want it.
I can try to pray to him.
Or at that point, Otto, like, to show her to the best that he's been able to do and what he's been told to help her try to pray to Yami and her in however she can.
Yeah, you show her like whatever little ritual you do before your prayer. how do you usually pray? Like, is there any special thing that you do, or is it just the sort of like put your hands together and pray?
Depending on the situation, Odd normally just like goes into like whatever shaded or dark area he can, and doesn't necessarily like put his hands together. He just like closes his eyes, like folds one hand over the other, just like on his lap, and just like it in his mind starts to pray.
Yes, you kind of reflect that to her, and it seems similar to the way that she does so as well. She focuses in and seems to give a prayer. You kind of hear her like whispering the prayer, so she doesn't do it like silently. She's just kind of like half speaking every once in a while, not even really conscious that she's doing it. As you do this, however, as you're giving your own prayer, there's something that you notice. It is quiet at first, but soon thereafter you realize what is occurring as you just kind of focus your attention on the prayer itself, on Yami and the energy that he gives you, as well as Lilith right before you. You hear of a gentle heartbeat.
I open my eyes and like look toward her.
She is like tying up her prayer at the time that you look up to her, and then she eventually looks around, has a meek smile on her face. She seems content with her prayer.
Did you get anything?
I don't know. When you talk to the gods, they don't always talk back. That's what Mommy said.
It's true that they don't always talk back, but sometimes they'll show their presence in strange ways. In fact, whenever we were going over this, I heard something.
What did you hear?
It sounded like a heartbeat almost.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, like I said.
I
In her
heard a
prayer, it sounded
train.
like a train, yeah.
I heard a train.
Zoe yells, "Sorry, that's my prayer."
Wait a minute, you're praying to
just
the god of
keep this-
trains?
Can we just keep this little girl around so I can adopt her after all of this is over? Can we just do that?
I'm sorry, but I got my own plans.
I love her so much.
I love
wanna
her,
give her a
too,
hug.
but I do too, but at the same time, she's my girl.
Alright, then fucking stab her already, dude.
No.
Kill a child.
God damn it. Like I said, he can be strange, but at the same time, it can also seem scary. But something to always take note is that no matter how strange it may be, he can mean the best in a lot of situations.
I prayed that he's gonna take care of me, and that wherever Daddy is, he's gotta go save them, and then I get better and don't feel sicky anymore, and that all of my friends feel good too.
That's a good prayer, and it's a really good start. The fact that I heard something means that you're already down a good path with this. So long as you keep trying to reach out and keep trying to give your faith into him, maybe he can help you how he did me. He brought me to you for a reason, and I certainly don't intend to leave you in a bad spot.
I hope so.
It's like I said, and he just like rubs her head again. Just gotta have some faith in it.
She nods weakly, and gets up from where you had led her to pray, doing her best to stabilize herself and get on her feet.
Yeah, at that point, Otto like Is she going back on her own?
Yeah, I mean, she'll walk with you. She's not gonna like wander off on her own.
Okay, he'll lead her back to the camp and then just like go to Kurist and just like pull Lance and Zoe and just say, at some point I kind of want to see if we can take her back to Ezo, to the shrine with Rika just out on Mori. It doesn't have to be right now, especially considering we're going to Caldera, but at some point I would like to.
Oh,
If Chris
If I
can find
can-
one, yeah.
If I can get a teleportation circle, it'd be very easy to take her there and come back.
Yeah, it'd be super fast.
there are a few teleportation circles that I know about in Caldera. I know that they're there. I don't like have them on me, but you know. There's like a lot. I think there's the private one that's in the castle, and then there's the public ones that you get like charged for using. Actual thing, by the way. So they have like 4 that sit out in like an area, and you gotta pay to use those. But then they have the one at the castle, which I think is like private stuff. But if anything, we can get like some of the public ones,
I'll pay whatever.
even they're not restricted or whatever.
I'll pay whatever price I have to. I think learning more about, well, Yami, for instance, could probably do her some good.
Okay.
And back there seems a much better way for her to learn about everything and maybe let her see a better direction.
Oh, no, I mean, it's a good idea. Nobody knows shit here. Being quite honest.
Yeah, just so long as it's good for you guys.
I don't see why it'd be a problem.
Oh my. As long as we find a circle, we're good.
Shall you venture further down the road?
Yeah.
Onward! I got to pull on Corva knowledge for that, but Lance wouldn't know it because he's been here.
Wow. You continue forward on your journey. In this time, Lilith's condition distinctly deteriorates over that journey. The next day, she wakes up and is still kind of in the same state, just kind of like really tired, not interacting a terrible lot, just trying to make her way by, coughing a lot, whatnot. More of that strange black substance seems to exit her mouth, and where it was a bit subtle before, anyone who's in the wagon can most certainly see it now and can tell that something's up with her.
I'll pray to Yami, just reach out. What are you doing to her? Let her live. She deserves to.
Your prayer goes out, however, her condition seems to continue to get worse over time. At some point, she goes to sleep, and it seems to be quite a deep sleep. She's breathing and seems to be okay. She coughs every once in a while and, like, rolls and turns around. When prompted, she'll wake up, but just seems very weak. It's like she has a really, really bad flu that's just, like, taking her over, but she does not seem feverish. In fact, she seems a bit cold to the touch instead of hot. And it's gone from, like, the day has been a bit of a struggle to each hour is an individual bit of a struggle.
Goddamn itself for.
God, fucking.
We might need to make that trip a lot sooner.
The next day continues, and it is more of the same. Her condition seems to get a little worse. She stirs a little bit less, and also coughs a little bit less, so that's nice. Her sleep seems to be more sound, but it seems to be much more deep, and she spends most of the third day kind consumed by her sleep, only waking up very rarely for a little bit of meal that you guys are able to give her in that time. Calderum is going to be right around the corner, basically in the morning.
Chris will talk to Odd. Are you sure you shouldn't pray to Yami? I mean, he did send you to her.
Yeah.
That was kind of it. She sort of trailed off.
Okay. I tried, but I tried once, but he only showed me a heartbeat. That's it.
Well, can you try again?
Yeah, just give me a
Maybe
second.
maybe take more than a second.
And he'll try to reach out again. She just wants her dad back. And I'm trying to get her to seek you for help. Why let her continue to be like this if she's going to... She's trying to put some faith into you.
A slow but steady heartbeat is all that you hear as a reply.
Let's go to divine intervention.
Mm-hmm. That is a thing that you can do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to word it.
As you please, at your leisure.
God, I'm trying to word this to where he can't just pull like, oh, so make her feel better, huh? All right, then just dead. I don't know why, but I'm kind of treating this like a genie wish just because of how Yami is. Did you just?
Don't mind me, I'm looking at things.
It's not a spell.
I'm looking at things.
Sir.
I'm trying to think. This little girl deserves to continue living, to live her life, and you can help her, guide her through that. Just please stop making her ill and let her live. Let's see what I get. God damn it. It was low, but not low enough.
Such is the way of the dice.
I think you should ask what you're supposed to do. Like above game.
To his credit, he knows.
I know, but things have changed, so I wonder if things have changed.
The way it's going right now, I think he's very much in the mind that he wants her dead.
Have you tried commune?
Oh, yeah, I could just... Oh, wait, yeah, I've got that prepared, God damn it.
You do?
That's the yes or no, right?
I mean, it's more than just a heartbeat.
It's true.
Yeah,
that is very true.
Then he'll ritual cast commune. First question. Are you seriously trying to kill her right now?
Please hold.
Hold what?
Benefits of this being a ritual. I can just keep casting. Oh wait, no, hold on. There might.
I think it might be like if
Yeah.
you cast it like 3 times. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure it has like diminishing returns of success.
Cast
you
a
cast a
spell
spell
2 or
two
more
more
times before finishing your next order rest. There's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting. After the first day, you get no answer.
Okay.
Get fucked, kiddo.
Well, it's a percentage chance. I could still do it.
Okay.
Well, eventually it stacks to the point where you wouldn't be able to do it anymore.
True.
There is a reply, and he says, how would he word it though?
I would try to do no such thing. There are some things that are out of my control.
Can you make her better if I show her your path? And get her to give you faith as well.
Faith is not needed. Energy is. Although there are manners.
Energy. Fuck does he mean energy?
You're welcome to meta this in between questions.
I'd ask what you can do to do what he wants and keep her alive.
Oh, this is a yes or no thing.
Per the last part of the state or the commune, if it would be misleading, they give phrases, which is why he's been giving phrases so far. Yes, no, maybe, or unclear do not work for what you've asked so far.
But I can't ask what I could do to make this right because that's not even in the realm of.
Is there a way to do this without her dying?
Yeah, okay.
This is a good way to word it.
Is there something I can do to prevent her from dying?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me? No.
That's where the commune will drop, but then he'll start to pray again. Then please help me figure this out. I will not let her die.
I need a religion check and a D100, please. You may take that at advantage,
Religion check.
actually.
I'm still going to use my inspiration that I've held onto for a while.
That's fair. Triple advantage.
Triple.
Thank
That's
God.
pretty good.
It was
Then a
worth
D100.
the triple.
God,
you
25.
just added the last 2 rolls together.
It's true.
Roll 20 is just like, he wants to call. Fuck, this is fine.
So an 18 and a 25.
Interesting. However, that is sufficient. However, from what you see, nothing changes.
Oh no!
Even she's upset at you, Chris.
Even that cat's done with your bullshit.
He's not trying to kill her, he says. Granted, I think I'm taking that with a grain of salt. He says he doesn't need her faith. He says he needs energy. Wait a minute. Zoe?
Hey, hold on! I was refilling my water skin! Okay, I'm here, hello!
She comes back from the stream with a water skin.
She's running.
What have you been told of the exact purpose of a thread's goals? Of them interacting with the shrines, other than releasing the vestiges?
Well, sort of releasing the vestiges is the first thing. It's not really. I guess it's what we're supposed to do, but they never really taught you about it. Really, it's more that this is just an ancient ritual. It's one that the vestiges wanted us to do. So it's just a thing that we have done for thousands and thousands of years. The idea, I guess, is that it does release them, but, you know, it's never really been done before, so.
But you were never told, like, it does something to them or anything?
To who? That's me
To
asking.
the vestiges.
I mean, from what I know from Otemaru, who was really proficient as a cleric back in Ezo, he said that all of our prayers give the gods energy. It's what faith is. Faith really is our way of making them stronger. It's why we need to pray. It's also why clerics and paladins who are the most devout are also the most empowered by the gods, at least if they receive their gods' graces. I guess it's a little different since the vestiges aren't around. I don't really know how it works.
I'm taking her back to Ezo.
Oh,
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I need to get her there.
she hasn't looked well. How is she now?
She's in and out. Just going between delirious and sleep. And she's dying. Slowly.
It's definitely not good.
Yami said that he doesn't need faith, he needs energy, and if she can keep giving that, then maybe he can get her out of this.
Did you tell Zoe what Yami had said?
Well, he just now is saying what he
okay.
He said. Well, he did say what Yami said right there.
I mean, with regards to the verbiage that Yami gave when you first met Lilith.
Yeah, he said the full bit: embrace the darkness or kill her.
Okay, so then she would know. She kind of nods and says,
Well, if you think about what he said, that's what he wants. Maybe it's fated in a way. I don't know. I don't like saying that.
But he told me there's a way to do this without her dying.
Yeah. There must be something then. Something. I don't know. It's
Embrace the darkness.
something that's different, something that's changed. Have you noticed anything different? Or have you done anything different?
The only difference I've noticed is when I first told her of Yami and was trying to get her to pray to him. That's when I first start actually hearing a heartbeat from her.
Hmm.
And then I tried reaching out now, and that heartbeat got slower.
I mean, it makes sense. She's not doing too well. Where is she now?
I think she's still lying down trying to sleep.
she kind of like glances over to the wagon where she sees Lance and Chris going about their camp business. She seems to thoughtfully think of the situation. What else would you like to say?
I don't want to kill her, but I want to know if this can help. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, and maybe she does have to embrace the darkness.
What does it even mean? Whatever happened to Angelias? Did anything happen?
His situation wasn't even that bad. He wanted to be an adventurer, but the way things are right now and with his position, it's too dangerous for him.
Yeah, I can't blame him, but I also remember looking up to adventurers when I was like him. You always see them walk around town. They always have all this cool equipment and all these magic powers. They seemed really cool. I don't think I'd ever want to be an adventurer like now, but it was cool at the time. Grass is greener, I guess.
Yeah. But what I've noticed, I think embrace the darkness always means, in the cases that I was dealing with, leave them to their devices. In a way, let them suffer.
Maybe. It's kind of sad, I guess. Makes sense for Yami, at least.
Yeah, but maybe Lilith's is different. Is a different form of embrace the darkness, though.
Have you noticed anything different?
Did she? Question, Chris. Did she start to feel better, somewhat after that first prayer I did with her?
I think she did for a bit. She started to look better than she did. She started sleeping all day, like Shisato.
From what you could tell, maybe a tiny bit, but generally no. Generally, it was just that like slow decline.
Well, shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it's that sort of thing where it's like, oh, that's a moderate improvement, but it got worse. So what are you gonna do?
I don't even know if it helped in the first instance when I tried to help her pray to Yami.
You know how it is. They can't really speak to us. They're so far away.
I don't know. I'm really riding on. Maybe hopefully this helps. So I don't really see any other option.
Yeah, especially if you can't think of anything else to do. If nothing's changed since the last day.
I'll just like finish up that conversation there and just solemnly walk back to the camp.
Indeed. Zoe goes to the camp with you. You set it all up and do your thing. Lilith is in her same state where she's mostly been sleeping all day, mostly in the wagon. Do you do anything special for her, or shall the night pass?
If she ever like wakes up for a little bit, I'll try to get her to pray again, and also like give her as much medicine as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm. You're able to wake her up for a brief moment. It's enough to get her some medicine, and you kind of like guide her on a weak prayer, but she seems quite weak in that regard, that she can barely sit up without a lot of aid. Do you do anything else? Direct for any help? Up to you.
I don't think I need to do anything.
Understood. You aid her in a small prayer, and she very quickly settles back down to her ways and to her sleep, leaving you to your thoughts.
Oh, I didn't know you meant with her. I thought you meant just overall.
Just overall as well. Overall,
no.
If
But, like,
anything, with her too, that counts.
With her, he's like doing his best to like direct her as much as possible, even like using whatever resources he can to make sure that like she gets heard.
Yep.
Actually, I remember you having a. Remember those homebrew ceremony things you had?
Mm-hmm.
What was that one to give someone else advantage on a religion check to your specific god?
I think they're pinned in D&D chat.
Perhaps.
Yeah, no. I just remember that being one of them.
I thought they were. Apparently, they're not.
I didn't think they were, but they could have been.
The books are pinned, though.
Yeah, the books are pinned.
Here
I
we
love
go.
those books.
I'm just gonna copy paste this for your needs, and you can just look through that. Actually, I'm too lazy to copy paste all that. And it probably won't fit in Discord anyway.
Well, I'm
Fuck
right
that.
about that. I'm right about that first one. About that one I'm talking about, though. Right?
I haven't looked, but I will look with you as I send you this. It should work. I think that works. Tell me if it doesn't.
It looks like it's working. It
Also, I'm
worked.
gonna BRB while
Okay.
we take care of this because Lily's kind of freaking out. She's scared that she's home alone.
Oh no.
She's all alone.
Yeah, that very first one is the one I'm talking about. For an hour, they get advantage on making a religion check in regards to praying toward my specific deity.
That is what you do. You beckon upon your ceremony and give the best prayers that you can to her regards. And hopefully that is enough. Unless you seek anything else.
Nope.
Very well. You awaken the next day. It is more of the same. Lilith wakens very meekly, but is otherwise doing her best to get by. The rest of the group rises and are prepared to continue the journey into the capital.
I'm good if they're good.
Very well. As you move to the southwest, very quickly, the land goes from a variety of golden fields into farmland, much more concentrated farmland with farms instead of being spread out over many, many miles, being condensed over very, like square mileage of farms all next to each other. This gives way to what seems to be a large town, which seems to grow in size until most of the southwest is occupied upon the horizon by what is very clearly a large city, one of huge columns, tall, grandiose buildings built upon a large hillside that seems to overlook the entire area. You have made it to the holy city of Caldarum.
Oh, hey, we're on the campaign thumbnail.
Heck yes.
I was letting you take heading because this is your place.
You do indeed come in on the main highway. There are some people who are at the edges of the city who just basically try to get your reason for coming to the city. You can say something as simple as travel, and they'll let you in. They don't seem to have any sort of restraint or security in that regard. And otherwise, you venture on in. You do find a tavern, which you can use as your meetup point if you need one in the city. Otherwise, the world's your oyster.
Okay. I would like to go find a public teleportation circle.
Yes. In asking about a little bit, you venture toward the center of the city and do find one of these very large destinations which offers many different teleportation circles. Heading into the large building, there's a large desk off to the side where many administrators are speaking to various travelers. There's small little queues that you have to line up in, and you do note the two large staircases that go up either side of the room, and several people come down and are heading up in various circumstance. You also hear the distant sound of the of people teleporting in and out. It's busy enough, but people tend to travel in very large groups, both down and up the stairs, to maximize their distant traveling. You also note while you're near the desk itself, there are a lot of people who seem to be asking for people to teleport them and their families and stuff. You can gather that this might be in account of all of the chaos in the region, and these people want to get out of Dodge as fast as possible. Otherwise, you eventually talk to one of the administrators. There's a small fee to be able to use the thing. I forget what it was originally, so I'm going to say 100 gold.
I can probably go cross-check that for you. I'm sure I have it written down.
If you can find it, cool. If you can't, that's fine.
I probably have it written in my own page. I have to just go check it.
We can retcon if it's cheaper or more expensive. But otherwise, for now, 100 gold.
Okay. And am I just taking, like, Auden and Lilith?
You can also go with the whole group. I don't think either way it really matters too much. Whoever you want to take. Furthermore, remember, you do get your, travel by plants, 1 per day, so you don't have to use your resources to travel.
That's with Odd, or that's with Ren.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know if we have Ren's stuff.
But you get the you get that benefit at least, so you don't have to waste your resources.
The one that I have, which has been referred to as the Calderum Library Room A, is 25 gold per person.
Ah, very well. Yes. Okay. So, give yourself the 100 gold back. This is a large Republic building, though. They do charge 50 every time you pass through theirs when you enter the city. So, when you enter the city, you have to pay the 50 gold price, but that's all you got to do.
I'll gladly do that whenever we come back.
You do register yourself at the desk, though, so they know who you is if you come.
Okay.
But yes, you have the they lead you upstairs. They show you one of the teleportation circles. You inscribe it, and it is now yours. And otherwise, you can do as you please.
Do you guys want to make the jump, or do you want to stay here for a while and do some stuff here?
That's mostly a free question.
Yeah, I'll leave it on you, Free, because you still have stuff that you need to do here.
I mean, I'm good with jumping in and jumping out.
It's like I definitely don't want to take up a good chunk of time here.
Go for it. I mean,
Out of character, it'll be fine.
yeah.
All right. I need to get my dog real quick. Hold on.
My dog is fine now. His dog acts up.
It was my cat before, so it's fine. It's just a tidal wave of pets freaking out.
Well, Jazz is fine.
Don't say it. She's up next.
She wants nothing. She's just hanging out.
I have to send this to someone. Hold on.
It was sent to me.
Do.
I'm back. Sorry that my dog can be a nuisance at this time of night.
That is okay. They're good to go if you're good to go. Shall you venture forth?
Yeah, I'm good.
Very well. you gather yourselves and transport yourselves, therefore, back to Ezo. Oh man. Get out of here. You venture forth back, and there's Kenneth. He arrives too. He had a lag.
He's just a little behind.
Yeah.
He's getting his land legs.
Everyone teleports in, and Chris is just like, "Where's Kenneth?" Ew.
He was late coming in.
It me.
Oh wait, where's the little girl?
Oh, good point. She's on a different map. What map are you on, little girl?
Probably
You're on
back
one
at
of these
the-
maps.
Probably
can
back
tell-
at the Renegade, or not Renegade.
You can tell that Chris doesn't frequently update the tokens she has on this because these skeletons have 3 different healths.
Shh.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Unless we're having combat on this map, then I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters that they're on the map.
Oh god, she's
She's
huge.
so big. She's a giant.
Giant baby.
There
Little,
we
you know,
go.
we had a Goliath child with us.
The whole time.
Yeah, I'll be like helping her walk in and like taking her to whatever room Maury and the rest of them are in.
Indeed.
here.
In her situation, she's probably not terribly conscious at the moment, so you will be carrying. You are on carrying duty.
So, that's fine. I've got strength.
That is the thing. But yes, you all gather together. You teleport here. Head over in the shrine to all the others. Greeting everyone. You do see that everyone seems to be in good spirits as they are. Chisato is still enfeebled in her wheelchair, but seems to be much healthier than the last time you saw her, and much more good spirits. She seems to be taking care of herself well and being well taken care of. You walk in with Lilith, and they do seem a bit concerned. Maury convinces you to, with some aid, help take her down to a bed in the other room. I'm gonna bring a chair.
Yeah, I saw that move.
Don't worry about.
Yeah, and like right after he lays her down, he auto explain her whole situation to them, and so that way I'm not going in like full detail on stream again, and then just say, and the reason she's in this state, I really very much think it has something to do with Yami.
Oh, most certainly. Whatever's beguiling her, in whatever manner, it most certainly seems that he would have some sort of involvement. It makes the most sense, I suppose, given all the visions that you were able to see, and all of the connections that you have with her, especially.
Chisato takes a moment.
Is your pull still centered upon her?
It is, right?
It is. Has never moved.
Yeah, it's been this way the entire time.
Then it is clear that whatever Yami wishes for you and her, that has not changed in the very least, at least. But what it could mean is much more difficult to say. And breathing is labored. We do have medicines here and other more spiritual means to try to aid those, but I must admit, beyond the same way that we took care of Chisato here not too long ago, there might not be much that we can offer beyond good patronage and well wishes.
I've tried so many times to get him to stop making her feel this way, but I just don't know what to do. I've tried I'm trying to get her to reach out to him as well, maybe thinking that could help, but it's all just been fleeting.
It really depends on how you wish to have her reach out. I can't imagine how difficult it would be for someone as young as her to worship a god she's never even known. We are spoiled here in the East to have many ancient texts that are all indicative of that, of the vestiges, and even they are in short supply at most of the time. Most people tend to favor those gods that are more active in their own lives.
We also can relate from at least the way that it was when Chisato fell ill. We didn't know what to do, and there wasn't much we could do. That's why we came here.
And the reason I brought her, one of the reasons I brought her was because I figured here of all places she could get a better understanding of him and maybe learn more to the point that maybe she'll to the point that she'll be able to have more faith in it. But I also spoke to Yami on that, and he said that he didn't need faith, he needs energy.
It is a tricky circumstance, and I imagine there's not much learning she can do in this situation. If she is truly fallen this ill, then unless we can find some manner of alleviating her, the most we could probably do is alleviate any pain that she is feeling. She doesn't seem to be in poor spirits, at least. Although she is not conscious, she seems to be a fighter nonetheless, I suppose. It is quite a difficult situation. Is there anything else that you learned from your communications with Yami? Anything that he might have told you that would influence the way that he looks at this little girl?
Well, I'm not sure how much it has to do with her at least, but apparently, and Yami showed me this, when I was younger, I was ill too, and well, I'm apparently in a similar situation as to her.
I'm curious.
Missing family.
What do you mean you were ill?
From what Yami showed me, two people, a man and a woman who are my mom and dad, they took me to they were asking about some mage college or whatever, mage school but they took me to the hereafter, all the way in Horizon. They said I was ill.
That is certainly a tall tale. Are you sure?
I'm positive. I don't think I could ever forget that.
Then it is one of the many destinies that I'm sure you've walked. That is a fascinating thing to learn. One might not see something like that, and especially one who would not give clear paths such as Yami. I am fortunate in that regard that Ikigai has guided me. To be guided as such by Yami through a vision, that is curious indeed.
And she's ill too, and she's in a similar situation that I am. I know my mom's dead, and I don't know whatever happened to my dad. I might be reaching on that one, but it's too coincidental that we were in similar situations.
It is a possibility. If you wish, you can visit her at any time, so long as she is in good health. If you have anything that you believe you would fashion useful at this time, before your adventures continue, I would certainly consider them as soon as possible. if she is to be weakened and we cannot find some manner of curing or fixing her condition, then you may want to say your respects while you can.
I don't want her to die.
Chisato like scoots her wheelchair over to you and puts her hand on your arm. Says,
No one wants to die. There are strange things that are occurring. The world is more chaotic than ever. I don't think we get much choice these days. That is our goal. Our goal is to find the choice that we still have. Do not lose faith, or even in death, there is still a bit of hope and a bit of life.
We'll walk up to her and up to Lilith, and using the prayer beads again, cast greater restoration on her.
you do so. She kind of stirs a little bit and awakens, but she's still in her weakened state.
Hey.
Hi, Aunt.
I brought you to an old place that some of my friends still stay at. And he's just gesturing toward Mori, Chisato, and Rika.
She kind of weakly looks to them and just kind of smiles a little bit. Says,
You have more friends.
they all just kind of like give cute little highs back to her, not intervening in your discussion with her.
You remember me telling you about Yami?
Your other friend, the one you pray to.
Yeah. Well, they're a god, and this is one of the places that they're worshipped at.
Wow.
Instantly. You were saying?
She just said wow in reply. She seems a bit dizzy in her ways.
Fuck. God, my screen keeps falling asleep. I want to do my best while I'm here to show you what I can about Yami and well, who he is.
Do your best.
At that point, Odd will like help her stand. If she can't, then he'll pick her up and like he'll have to walk her all the way to this shrine.
Yep. You wish to take her to the shrine?
Yeah.
That is a thing you can do. She can certainly not move on her own. With this, Chisato kind of like gently bows, and she's gonna hop out of her wheelchair, just kind of rest in bed for a little while, and lets her occupy that so she can freely move around. And they venture with you. However, actually, Mori is gonna take her over toward the shrine, but as you are passing by, Zoe tugs on your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say?
She's in a situation not too different, but still different from Chisato's. Whereas Chisato was pretty much stable. It doesn't seem like she is.
What did they?
She's fighting the best she can.
What did they say about that shimmering she has?
Did they ever notice that?
You don't know what she's talking about.
The shimmering. What?
What do you mean, what?
What do you mean shimmering?
She's like glowing. Like she's got, I don't know. Like she's been blessed by a spell, I guess?
I don't see any of that. What?
Oh. Oh, you don't see it. Sorry.
No. All right, you're coming with me too. As he just like pushes her into the room.
Yoink.
All right, so Otto then like push her wheelchair up to the shrine up here and says, "This is generally where, well, those of us who come here to pray to the specific gods go to, and well, this is, well, for this shrine, this is his specific one."
And she is kind of almost fading back into her sleepiness, but she's paying attention enough to register the things you're saying and give weak nods in reply.
Yeah, and I never mentioned this, but he's got his own specific thing with him. He's, well, people call him the Darkness. Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're just replacing that one statue?
I'm listening though. She has not much to respond.
All right.
She is quite weak.
And what I'm seeing, you're very much in a situation similar to how I was. I've learned, not just in because of your family, but I was in a state like you were too.
Just like you.
Yeah. If Yami really helped me through it, he can help you through you being ill as well.
She nods in reply.
It's... God, explaining religion sucks because I don't know what to do, and it sucks to do as well just from me as a person.
You are doing just fine. You are doing fantastically.
From what I was told, especially from Yami, and and some added information from Zoe, that the more you pray to him, the more energy he gets, and well, the more energy he gets, maybe he can help you.
It's true, little one. Your prayers make each of the gods stronger. That sounds nice.
And from what I've noticed, all of the vestiges seem to give a lot of their attention to the young ones in this world. Good sign. So, I want to keep trying to help you, and try to reach out to him again and put a lot of your energy, well, toward this, because it's one of the closest ties to him that we have.
After nap time.
What?
After nap time.
Do I want to give her that moment?
She wants to take a nap.
All the time. The perma nap.
Same.
Yeah, same, honestly.
As some would say, the Odin sleep.
The Odin
which
sleep,
I
yes.
wish to do.
Just look at her with a smile. It's just like, haven't you napped enough already, though?
I'm just tired.
You does seem quite weak, lad. I'm not sure there's much more you can do, unless you have any connection to your god there.
I'll start to pray.
Instead.
What?
Take me instead.
Says Lance the grandma.
You helped me through an illness. You can help her too. Whatever you have to do. She deserves so much more in life.
Interesting. You said a naughty word. Can I please get a religion check at advantage, and can I get 2 D100s?
A naughty word?
What was the naughty word?
You said a naughty word.
Whatever you have to do, I think.
Interesting.
All right, and then
How very interesting.
and then 2 D100s?
Yes.
Here. Oh!
How very, very interesting.
I gotta go.
Holy shit!
I'm just gonna walk away. No,
I
I'm kidding.
can't believe Odd's dead.
Well, you're losing an odd, but you're gaining a Lilith.
No,
Hope
that's
she's
too
a level
spooky.
14 cleric.
Man, I'll play a level 1. Fuck it.
Fuck that. We'll just go with the tried and true. In this moment, as you were speaking to her, you were encapsulated in darkness.
Ah. Anything, you say?
In the background, you hear.
Everyone deserves their chance at life. Everyone deserves to be able to find their happiness. Through you, I was able to find mine. If you can help her find her happiness, then help her live.
Happiness. That is not something in my realm.
It might not be, but because of your event, because of your hand, I was able to give people theirs. And because of you, I was able to get mine. So is it really out of your preview?
Lost as they are in the dark, no moon shines above, and yet, how our eyes adjust. All of us can see in the night, should we choose. If she chooses, then perhaps there's a future to her. But be forewarned, she is nothing like you, and there is much cost.
can you help her?
You have been told already, but only and only with her permission. Because you have a mission, and the darkness embraces, and yet your hand does not tremble. There is something else needed, a permission. I am weak, and yet there is something that I can do with consent.
We'll just have to see if she's all right with you.
And with that, you're thrust back into reality as Mori is tugging on your shoulder.
Lad, are you okay?
Sorry, I had an out-of-body experience.
That's exactly what's occurring. He's just like a couple seconds have passed in IRL time, but like Mori like mentioned something to you. He's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he's like shaking you. Hey, and you're like,
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. God
Fuck God.
as you come to, you also hear from Zoe behind you.
Yeah, at that point, Odd just like gives a determined nod at Mori and then just like turns back to Lilith. Yami can help you. But only if you want his help.
You said if I prayed to him, he'd help, right?
Yeah, but he needs, funny enough, for a being who's supposed to be a god, he needs your permission to actually be able to help.
It sounds so nice.
It's funny how the darkness works. Sometimes it can be scary, but sometimes it can be your best friend. It just comes down to, do you want his help?
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as she fumbles the words out of her mouth, you see her body like twitch like violently from top to bottom, and then she bends over quickly to vomit blood upon the ground. Mori hurries off to her side.
Yeah, at that point, Odd's definitely casting some healing spells into her.
She doesn't seem wounded in any way that you can see on the outside, but
I know, just to stop the distress.
you put into a healing spell into her. However, you begin to notice it too. Suddenly, there is a eminence that seems to be coming about her. At first, it glows a bit of a golden color as it begins to emanate around her, and then it turns all dark and black and seething all around her. Mori takes several steps back. Zoe backs up as well, and she falls to her knees, shocked and shaking her head.
It's gonna explode.
Soon thereafter, Lilith begins to rise out of her wheelchair, which just kind of like rolls behind her. She is now floating and levitating in the air.
Odd's still not letting go of her.
Her body begins to drift. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
Your hand leaves her, and she begins to hover over the position. Mori bows down to his knees and clutches his hands in a prayer. And very suddenly, there is a huge explosion of energy. It kind of like blows all your clothes backwards as if there was a gust of wind, and everyone in the building feels the tremor that exudes from it, gathering your various tensions. After that, she just falls flat on her back on the pedestal there.
Odd immediately rushes over to try to get her off the pedestal and like get her pick her up and like keep her. What's the fucking word? Keep her head up is what I'm trying to say. Her entire top half up. Like just making sure that she's still like breathing and okay.
She seems to be breathing, although a bit labored.
I think it's all right, guys.
I don't know.
It is a sign from Yami, directly. I never thought I'd see it with my own eyes.
Odd'll begin to like look at her arms.
You look at her arms. She seems to have nothing out of the ordinary beyond a small bruise on both of her elbows.
Okay, good. He'll try to see if he can like get her to wake up then.
You kind of like give her some pats on the face, and she stirs.
What's wrong?
How are you feeling?
I'm fine. Like I said.
She kind of like moves her shoulders a bit to give a stretch and then rises her arms out to continue the stretch.
You really did it.
And what?
Tommy's helped you feel better, it looks like.
I don't know. I had a dream.
Like what?
It's hard to remember. It was really dark at first, but I heard someone tell me to wake up.
You hear Zoe come to her feet from behind you, and she speaks forward and says,
I think she'll be okay. I'm gonna go right now.
and she kind of like nods to the room and ventures out.
Did she act weird at all in that instance of I'm gonna go?
She seemed distant, perhaps taken aback by what happened.
Well, I'm just happy that you're okay, and well, that dream, that very well could have been Yami as he's gesturing toward the shrine.
I guess.
Somehow.
She gets up on her own and just walks around. She seems at full health.
He'll just like look at Maury and just say, she might need to spend some time here.
No, there is no better place for one who is marked by the vestiges.
Just blinks at that and then just looks right at her. What?
What's wrong?
I don't think he means literally, Mark.
Oh, okay. Nothing's wrong. But
No, of course not. Look at her. She's the spitting image of health.
but it would be good for you to spend time here and, well, potentially learn more about him from Maury himself. He knows so much more than I would ever know.
Really?
Yes, as I said, we have met many threads in our time, so I'm sure you will fit right in here.
But she's not a threat, though.
My lad, did you not just see? It was truly miraculous what occurred before us.
Don't you need to have, or at least be marked to know?
Child, come.
She's just like a little nervous, but walks over to him. He kind of like picks up her arms, looks around, and then kind of leans down, and he points to her leg, to her back left leg.
What's that about not being marked free?
To be fair, you only checked her arms, dude.
Yeah,
expected the
you look
arm.
at
I
her
thought
arms,
it
I was like, yep, not marked.
I thought it was gonna be a similar situation as to
Not
how
marked, done. Not on the arm, donezo. Got it.
Like, there's been
thought it was gonna
no.
be a similar let me fucking talk. I thought it was gonna be a similar situation to me and Arava. We were both marked on our arms, but he's the threat, not me.
Where's the fucking Yami thread that has a tramp stamp?
I mean,
No,
Zoe's
that-
is like
no.
right on her, like above her breast.
That would have been
That's not a
Arava.
tramp stamp.
No,
Yeah, it's
Lance
not.
wants to have the tramp stamp.
That's
but-
true.
That's right.
Yeah,
But it would be more fitting on Corva.
it's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
The Corvus got worse shit to worry about now.
If he survives all this, he can go get his tramp stamp.
Oh, what did I have to sign her up for?
You did say anything.
Yeah,
Just make Zoe complete the thing, and then she won't have to do shit. Easy.
It's true. It's true.
Kind of true, yeah.
Well, if things keep going as well as they have for us and Zoe, then she might not even be needed.
She kind of like reaches down and tries to like smudge off what she now sees on her leg.
This is weird. It's like yours.
Yeah, it's proof that he's watching.
It'll be with you for some time. It will give you a lot of strength in a variety of ways. We can help you learn in time.
Okay.
Just don't turn into a crazy murder god. Please.
We'll start prepping the travel team immediately. We have to get you an ephemeris. Start your journey. Start now.
Why did Igneal say that at first?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I was really concerned. Like, is this the crossover episode?
This
like,
is the
what
true
fuck?
crossover. The
This
crystal
one's
shell has been pierced.
The
Listen, I'm
crossover
passing through.
across multiverses.
A spelljammer lands in the yard outside of the shrine. All right, we heard it.
All right, I'm here.
The edgy
Let's go.
drow boy walks off the ship.
Wait a minute.
Let's go.
But I hit
Football.
I'll walk up to her and just say, "Yeah," and it's not exactly a tattoo or even a drawing. It's Yami's sign that, well, you and him are essentially connected now.
Oh, connected to him? Sounds
Yeah.
kind of fun.
I will warn you, it'll be scary at first, but he can honestly be the greatest friend you could ask for.
Unfortunately, much of the scary bit, I think, is done now. Are you feeling well? Are you feeling like you need to rest anymore?
I'm really hungry.
We can get you some food soon.
Excuse me. Whom's the fuck
Huh?
are you
Oh,
here?
God damn it!
I heard you across the streets. God damn it!
God damn it, Summer!
Why is she
Oh,
bigger
no.
than Lance?
God damn.
Fuck.
It's
Get
because there's
Esther outta
no
here.
there's no
Yeah,
grid
there's
on
no
here.
grid.
Yeah, let's go show everyone that you're all right.
Indeed. You gather with the rest of the group.
I'll bring Gisetta back her chair.
Chris Undead are playing patty cake with each other.
Nice. They got like a chain of like different patty cakes going on.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you very close to me? I'm gonna back away.
I mean, I got
Please
dragged.
keep a 6-foot distance.
Yeah, I'm social distancing right now, guys. Come on.
Oh, I could heal COVID.
No, you couldn't.
What a statement. Oh, you got blood clots in your lungs? Regenerate. Easy.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I mean, listen, I'm essentially the best medicine man, regardless. Yeah, I'll
God
start to
has
show.
the good kush.
I'll start to show everyone that Lilith is back in full form somewhat, and then just like take her to the kitchen.
Yep.
And like get her situated.
You all spend some time together. She does get situated. She scarfs down a fuck ton of food that she was not eating over the past several days, and is eventually quite filled and in good spirits.
I did that earlier today, and the restaurant gave me like 4 things of tater tots and didn't charge me extra, and I was like, damn, this is great.
Man, I remember getting an extra set of fries, and I was just like, hell yeah. But and I think we're just all chilling at this point. At one point, Odd would have to be like, so she's a thread now.
What? How?
As Zoe mentioned to us.
Yeah,
What? How?
it was the only way that she was able to, she could have came out of this as well as she is.
Lance vibrates in meta knowledge.
There's
Fries in the
briefly a
corner.
glitch in the multiverse.
Okay.
It's
Now we just gotta fucking finish up faster.
it is a big thing, but so long as we're able to finish everything, and he just like nods towards Zoe, then
Yeah.
then she won't even be needed. She can
Hopefully
still-
she won't be needed.
Till then. Oh yeah.
Nevertheless, she is in a good position. We all have our own experiences with threats. She's in a... I suppose she's still quite young. She would not even be ready if she was required for something. You can certainly at least help her learn about scripture and help her understand, I suppose, her new place in the world.
Yeah, it really is best that she stay here, and if she needs to, be able to learn about everything from you guys.
She has a home here no matter what. We will be able to take care of her quite efficiently.
It's at least much better than when she was sick. I honestly was a little bit worried. It seemed a lot worse than Chisato was.
Yeah, and then
Why does Chisato have the same HP as my zombies and ghouls?
Because she was comatose.
because she's that weak.
She never leveled up.
Oh no. You don't get coma XP?
Nope.
I thought you'd get a lot of XP from waking up from a coma.
Man, could you imagine? Sycamore would have been a much higher level. than you
Comas are
guys,
CR30.
True.
but he'll just walk over to Lilith at that point and just say, "You'll be able to be here. You have a home, pretty much, and well, down the line, Yami can help you for whatever you're trying to accomplish, like he has for me."
It's just like you said. Like, you help me find friends and stuff. All the your friends.
I
Everybody's
go and I give her a flower crown.
everyone here's your friend.
It was a really
can-
cute. I'm
She
sorry. I didn't expect that noise to come out of Chris's body, and it like caught me off guard, and I like blushed. I was like, "Wait, that was a really cute sound."
she does don the flower crown and gives like a little twirl of her simple peasant's clothes.
That really caught me off guard. Holy shit!
And everything, and with his help, everything will start to look up from now on. Just so long as you are willing to put in the effort.
I'll do it. I do feel better now.
Wait, Barista, how much are the chalks?
50 gold.
Okay, he hands you 200 gold.
Oh, okay.
Can how many spell slots do you have left for the day?
How much does it cost? 50. Clink. Lance, do you know how to use math?
Did we use Tree Stride to get here?
Yes.
I could conceivably cast it. hold on.
Calculating.
If you can cast it 2 more times, then we rest here tonight. I'd be able.
I can cast it 2 more times.
Okay, do you want to go to Quartz and I can get some of Aggie's hand-me-downs so we can get her pretty close?
Aren't they the same age?
Yeah, they're like the same age. That's why. Well, like, the
This
girl
is
bulked
above
up
game.
a
We're
little
talking.
bit. Aggie's 10 now, I think.
I think she's a little older than that now because of the
I think
passage
she-
of time, but
I
yeah,
left
basically
it-
the same age.
Whenever I got kidnapped, she was 8, or not when I got kidnapped. When I left,
Yeah.
she was 8.
So like
Around the same age, yeah.
I kind of guesstimated Lilith's age. She's probably younger than I initially said, so she's probably closer to like 9. But same difference. Hand-me-downs are hand-me-downs.
Sure, and I can probably just
I
get the
also wanted
statue I need there.
Yeah, I also want to see if home is like on fire or not because of all that stuff that happened with the big tree and all of the hell stuff. And I realized I wasn't doing the accent that whole time. Yeah, I also just like to check up at home really quick and we can get some stuff for them and then come back and then we can rest here and then go back to what we were doing.
Okay, I take Harold and Lance, so we're going on a side trip. And Wraith.
Okay.
Yep. You can travel with the group.
You are,
So
Actually, no, Wraith wants to stay with Maury. Wraith likes Maury.
So what I want to know, for my needs, would you like to rest in Ezo here? Would you like to bounce over to Court? No, yeah, because you have to bounce there and bounce back. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. Question irrelevant because I didn't think of the pathing. That is fine. Would you like to take the group with you? That is the other question to ask.
No.
It's our day
I, as
trip.
freedom, am just like, no.
You two can go have your friend moment.
Very well.
Or we're splitting off. I'm going shopping. They're gonna go do whatever.
Okay.
That is the thing that you can do. You guys disappear and head out.
It's just a good place to buy that statue. I didn't even think of
Isn't
that.
everything super expensive in Quartz, though?
No, everything's just fancier.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll definitely find something worth
There's my
1500.
song.
But you guys venture out to the teleportation circle that you have in Quartz, and you guys can split up if you need your shopping errands done.
I'm running to the palace.
You run to the palace. What kind of shopping do you need to do? If you know. If you do not, let me know. Figure it
I
out.
don't need to do shopping.
Huh?
It's mainly free.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing Lance first. Okay. I need to find, I guess, like, a place that sculpts, I don't, precious
Busts?
stones?
Mhm.
Sure, busts?
Yeah, plenty of
sculptor?
sculptors and jewelers that are around the town, so not hard to come by.
So, I need a statuette.
Oh right, that
Uh,
statuette.
It says of yourself. Does it have to be of me? I don't like.
Wait,
I don't
no,
think
wait, but this
Carissa
is
would
like the
want a
perfect-
statue of herself.
This is like the
Can it
perfect
be-
city to get that, though.
Wait, can it be of Harold?
Oh my god.
They can do a very regal version of Harold, yes.
I won't do Harold because I don't want to show them my undead, but I'll say of like a skeleton.
Oh, this is fine. But yeah, they can have I don't care about the aesthetic. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Carved of ivory and decorative gems, worth at least 1,500 gold pieces.
Indeed. If you bump it up to 1,600, they can do a rush order and be done by the time you leave.
If I do that, I will have. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I do that, I'll have 7 gold.
Well, there you go. If you
Flat.
want to.
How important is
Sure.
contingency to you?
I would like it. It doesn't consume the component, which is good.
Well, then Free, I have good news for you.
This is a long-term investment.
No, but Free, I have good news for you. You have enough to get this and a blowjob from a royal.
Actually, I lied. Because Lance gave me 200 gold. Thank you, Lance.
He's just not gonna reinvest in chalk.
I mean, I already had chalk on me.
Yeah.
And then you got $200.
And yeah, so now I can...
So what you're
I can buy
saying,
more chalk later.
Lance gave you the Uber payment for the transport.
Yeah, and a service fee.
Yeah, so it's the service fee. So like, you know, you're an independent contractor, so you only got to do so much.
See, now now you can buy the statuette, you can get a blowjob from a noble, and still come out with 200 gold.
Stonks.
But yes, with that, they can make that up. You know the like animation in Animal Crossing where they like are crafting things really fast? It's that. And they present you a very beautiful one in whatever figurine that you choose, whether of Harold or of yourself.
It'll be of a skeleton.
Excellent. Very metal.
Well, it's
I don't know
actually...
if it's metal.
Well, it's actually porcelain.
Because it's ivory.
Yeah, it's actually ivory. It's not very metal. It's mostly ivory.
Okay.
It's probably like cutesy goth.
Ah. So it's like, it's kawaii goth, I understand. Goth Lolita.
Oh,
I don't
God,
like it
no,
anymore.
No.
I burned the statue.
The
It's
Goth
actually-
Lolita
it's a-
dress burns away and reveals
it's a-
the hardcore skeleton underneath.
It's actually just the skeleton amiibo.
Oh no.
I hate it.
You think that they're crafting it in the back room, but you actually just see them opening a package.
It's fucking Nendroid, but it's just a skeleton.
God.
Nevertheless, that is what you receive from them after a few hours. For Lance, you head over to the palace. What are you doing?
I run into the palace room and I find the king and the prince.
Mm-hmm. They are
I
there.
say, Ruby Kingdom's haunted!
The king calls out to you. Lance, it is good to see you. What do you mean, haunted?
Ruby Kingdom's haunted. There's demons everywhere. There's a giant crater where some of the cities used to be. It's completely fucked.
I'm glad we just committed to the bit.
Kingdom's haunted. What? Pump
Yeah,
shotgun? Kingdom's haunted.
I'm letting you know that war that the Holy Empire that was having with the Ruby Kingdoms, it's now not the Holy Empire versus the Ruby Kingdoms, it's the Holy Empire versus a bunch of demons.
I see. This is quite frightful news. We heard of what had occurred out to the west, but only in brief moments.
It's a giant tree that popped up in Bastion. What's up with that?
It is very concerning.
It's apparently a god.
It haunts our very windowscape here.
He like points out to the window, and you do indeed see the tree from a different angle this time.
Oh, also, do we have any issues with... We're not allied with the Holy Empire, right? We don't like them that much.
They are certainly a formidable foe. We would never stand a chance with them in a military conflict.
Okay, because my party wants to kill the Emperor, possibly. I whisper that into his ear.
Okay.
I whisper that part into his ear. Okay, because my party kind of wants to kill the Emperor. I'm just letting you know.
Why would you say that?
Speak not of such things, especially in this court.
I was kidding. It was a joke.
I've heard stranger jokes in these times, I suppose.
Lance is just that stupid that I don't have to roll a deception check.
In our reconvenance with Auriek, things have been quite frightful indeed, but the Drymelik has been at least doing his best to make this city as formidable as it can be, should whatever strange acts of these gods may arise.
Yeah, I just really wanted to get the word over, so in case we happen to be doing anything with the Ruby Kingdoms, that we stop doing that immediately, because it's just a bunch of demons and stuff now.
That is understood.
Oh, while I'm in the Holy Empire, though, do we want anything from there? Is there anything that we need from, like, that general area?
News is most important, but if nothing else, then your safety And your loyalty is always enough.
What news have we run into recently? Oh, dragon gods are now a thing. That's news, apparently. Other than that, yeah, I got nothing.
Very well. Concerning news indeed.
What else? What else? Do I know anything? Oh, have you told us your dad's name? I forget. Or your mom? You've told us your mom's name now, right? Right, Free?
I don't think she has.
Have you said her name
She
yet?
said, I think she's mentioned Maris.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned Maris, but not.
I don't
name.
know if I've called her my mother in front of anyone but Ren.
Okay.
Or
mentioned
associate
Maris
that
to me.
name with her mother, and then she's only mentioned Gaius as Gaius, not as her father.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
Sorry.
Also, yeah, do we know where storage is? Wait, where's storage? So we've adopted this cute little girl into our group. She was very homeless, and I want to get her a pretty dress because I think it'd make her smile. Can I give her one of Aggie's hand-me-downs?
Queen Saphira nods and says,
Well, but of course. Little Aggie has been growing up so fast, she can't fit in most of them.
I wouldn't mind. I'll pick out some of my favorites.
I didn't know she was here. Aggie, give me a hug.
she gives you a hug, and Thomas gives you a knowing nod. For the record, this is what I've been looking at. I never actually transported you. But this is the throne room still. You're just vibing.
Oh, wow. Oh, hello. Oh, look at all these dead
I'm not here.
people.
Don't worry about the dead people.
The only Harold's here.
I
I only
also
brought
give-
Harold. I'm also
also-
not here. Neither is
Shit, you're
Ren.
right.
Listen, that's just for your vision. It's fine.
I gesture to see if Thomas is like, can I have a hug? I don't actually hug him yet, but I gesture for the is it okay to?
A sigh, a nod,
Okay, hug.
hug
Niles.
is done.
And then is Niles in here?
Niles is indeed here.
Alright, I tackle him. I don't ask him for permission.
Duh! Hello!
Why don't you let your boyfriend consent?
Ruby Kingdom's haunted, Niles!
I understand, sir.
It's hot. There's demons. Oh, I fought bone devils. You know that place where we were supposed to get crepes in Astris? Astris is just a fucking crater. It's gone. They picked it up and they moved it somewhere else.
How
And they
frightful,
didn't
sir.
leave any
God.
crepes.
I didn't even get to try any crepes. It's just gone.
How frightful, sir.
Stop saying sir.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good. I give him a hug.
He's been quite... Oh, not what I want to do. He's been quite useful around the grounds. He's been truly serving himself as a knight.
I'm so glad. I give him various amounts of head pats.
Understood. As you are doing that, you do have a visitor, who comes in with a loud bang of the doors. Oh, greetings everyone, visiting once again. Ah, the knight again. Welcome.
Hey!
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit of you between the prince and the king over there. How have your adventures out west been?
Terrible! Ruby Kingdom's haunted.
Oh, you heard about it too?
That's haunted.
Oh, so what did you hear about? Did you hear about the dragons? Did you hear about the explosion? Did you hear about the gloom? Did you hear about the mind flayers? Probably the mind flayers.
I haven't heard anything about the mind flayers yet. Nothing too gloom related. There's a giant tree in Bastion. Ruby Kingdom's flooded with demons. We went to Asteris to get some crepes because we apparently knew a baron there. I don't remember, but we looked at the city, and the city, it was a crater. There was no city there. Fuck that. I went to that city for crepes. That baron bastard Corva promised me crepes. I didn't get it. I was upset.
You've done ranting, kid, because I know the baron you speak of.
Did he give you crepes? I missed mine.
He gave no crepes, but he did me a great favor. It's the same favor that does your here king a good favor himself. Oriok has been helping us quite a deal with this Empyrean crystal he found. He seems to have great knowledge of it, from what he has learned so far in his experimentations. It should help us in whatever strange events might come our way, and I'm certainly not one for strange events getting in my way.
Oh, I have a question for you, sir. And Lance like runs up to him really excitedly.
He stands stalwart.
So when I was in the Confederation, there was the Emperor of the Confederation, okay?
Aye.
Now hear me out, this is gonna sound weird. He was trapped in a giant crystal. I
Aye.
took a piece of it. Do you know what it is? I hand him the piece of the chunk of the crystal that the Emperor was trapped in.
He needs to make a check. He kind of like takes it, spins it around, taps it within his teeth, giving it a little a healthy bite.
Hard to say. Definitely some sort of gemstone of some sort. Perhaps crystalline, certainly crystalline. Whether it's Empyrean, hard to tell. I'm not one of the magic sorts. Don't worry about all that business. I'm sure if it got studied, something could be learned from this. Either way, if it was an Empyrean crystal that you found, it must have been involved in some great magics.
Okay, well I'll let you hold on to it, get somebody to like look it over. All of that good business.
Do you have some magicians who can go about this? Thank you very much.
There was something else that I was going to inquire to you about. But I forgot it.
At your leisure.
So I'm just going to go.
Yep. If you have nothing else to say to the gang, you can peace out.
I think the question I was going to ask him was on Corva, not Lance. I'm trying to remember. One of them wanted to ask him something, but I'm trying to remember which one it was now. I'll remember it eventually. If it's Lance, we'll do it retroactively. If it's Corva, I'll use sending.
Understood.
It's fine.
And you peace out?
I peace after getting some dresses.
Understood. Yes, you gather some dresses. Aggie takes forever to pick her favorites, but eventually you have a nice set of colorful and very formal dresses that can be distributed to your lovely lass back home.
Beautiful.
You reunite with Christ, who finishes with her shopping adventures. Do you have any other business in Quartz?
I go when I say hi to all my friends.
You say hello to the various knights of the guard who are around the palace grounds, meet up with Christ, and you guys bamf out and head back to the place, which will get you to promptly.
Lance is just holding a bunch of dresses.
Oh, that is not the place. Welcome back to Formosa. I hope you had a good trip.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Forgot the place existed.
Wow.
He shows up with a bunch of fucking dresses in his arms.
Chris just has a statue.
Lit
You approach her with the dresses and her eyes go starry.
it! I got you fancy dresses.
You're so pretty.
Would you like to? These are yours. They're for you.
Oh my.
She like takes time to like unravel each of them and it's just like wow, and then puts one down. Wow.
It certainly saves us time from having to buy her new stuff.
She's so precious. Go on, go try some on. Give us a little fashion show.
Oh yeah, get her out of the rags she was probably.
They weren't that bad. They're just traveling clothes. But
You
you know,
described it as like You described it as
I said
like,
peasants' clothes, which it's not that bad.
All right. Have you seen our clothes? We all look fancy as fuck.
It's true.
Not me.
Carissa made you clothes. You look fancy as fuck.
I'm not wearing those right
You
now.
have the option to look fancy as fuck. She doesn't.
But yeah, this is definitely a finer fineries than she would have ever seen in her life. So she is over the moon about this because she feels like a little princess, which she ought to, because these are dresses of a princess.
Exactly.
She gives a little fashion show among dinner, and everyone has a lovely time, especially now that she's in good health. The night comes, and you can rest as you will. Do you have any other business to do while you are at the shrine here?
I bonus action cry.
After that.
Can I full action cry?
Yes, you may.
Don't
forget to
cry.
But you can use the full action, but don't forget to use your reaction cry. And if you have a legendary action, you can also use that to cry.
I have 3 legendary actions to cry.
It costs 2 legendary actions to cry, though.
I actually use a
Can I martial check cry?
You can whimper for 1, but it costs 2 to cry.
I'm mythic action cry. That is a thing. It's just not used.
I'd like to cunning action cry. As a full like extra action. Onward.
Do I still have my pole?
No.
That's a strange feeling for Odd right now.
He's poleless. That's a poleless baby boy.
But, do you have any business at the shrine?
For the rest of the day, no. Or wait, are we just leaving now, though?
No, because Chris is spent, so she has to sleep.
Yeah. So I'm good.
Very well. Please hold. Okay, I did it. Okay. Yes. How interesting. Odd. You are, once again, as you have grown familiar, given a vision upon your sleep. You are descended upon by darkness. And as you are, you begin to see clarity come to you. You see the stars, perfect and pure, far above in a dark blue sky. The sun seems to be setting on a distant horizon that you can't see. You kind of turn your head over and kind of see it in the distance just above a series of mountains off to the west. In looking that way, in the way that you do, you feel cold, and you see the hands that seem to also be quite cold, blackened and frozen. They are the hands of your father. You don't know what to do, so you cry, and you've been crying for some time. Just crying out in your very childish, very toddler-esque way, crying to the heavens above, when suddenly warmth greets you. Curiously, you look up, not at the stars, but at a face that greets you and tells you, "Shush, shush, child, I am here now. Come, come." You are brought close to her chest, given warmth directly from her body, wrapped more further in linens that she has, and shed of the old tattered ones that you were once wearing that were now consumed by snow where you had laid before. She swaddles you as she does, and glancing upon a mark that she sees upon your person, she concernedly takes heed of her position, and hearing a distant roar, hurries down the mountainside back toward civilization. You awaken in the morning, no worse for wear.
But your mark is gone.
Dad beef. That'd be BM.
That would be more Monka than BM.
Do you look?
It's important to check.
Sure, look at my arm.
It is still there.
How to feel it. Otto let out a very deep sigh. And he won't go to bed, but he's not distressed like he normally is.
Mhm.
He just wants to think over everything now.
What do you think on?
Thinks on everything he's been through. The people that he still has in his life. Kinda has some sadness over the fact that he doesn't even know who his parents were. Even though he does know what they look like. But overall feels content in where he's at right now.
You are content in the small dark room, a little like dormitory. Everyone's just kind of around you. They're all breathing slightly in their sleepiness. You do feel content about your ways. Everything seems fine. And then you hear it.
I'm glad that it was helpful to you.
So Chris, my sake, Dad is dead.
From what you understand of the vision that you saw a frozen corpse of a man and his hands where you were lying as a toddler. So take that as you will. Not gonna say one way or the other, but you know.
Mommy and Daddy are dead. I'll take that.
Your father is one of my undead.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, but I would have to put that one out.
Hello, son.
But it's Harold.
It's been so long.
No wonder he's the best one.
He's been here this whole time.
I've been looking out for you, son.
So he's
Your dad was the friends we made along the way.
It's like you thought he was your friend. No, he's mine now.
No, the friends you made along the way.
The friends Chris made along the way.
The friend you stole from me. I guess the only thing I can be upset about is the fact that I never got to know them.
How little is known these days. How strange this world is. What more can be known in this world beyond that which is true? Everyone lives, and everyone dies, and all that is left at the end is darkness. Or is it? That is a curiosity, isn't it?
Why was he marked by you?
The curiosity is, why did I choose to mark you? But you are here with me. I don't wish for that. And I don't want you to disturb your poor little friends there. Perhaps we should have a talk.
Yeah, we should. And I don't know how he intends to do it, but Odd's walking outside.
As you get to this like intersection where you're standing right now, so like you came from this direction over here, and you get to like here, you feel a pull from this direction.
Yeet. All the way up there.
And as you enter the room, you are not greeted by a pedestal, but a figure standing upon the pedestal.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
I love it.
That's nightmare fuel. That is actually in my nightmares, and that sucks.
Is that your sleep paralysis demon?
Yes, actually.
Well done, Chris.
Greetings, little one.
You know, I'm at least glad at some point we were able to have a one-on-one.
how much things have changed. I'm glad to be freed of some shackles. Shackles that have been long and arduous to fight against. You have done well.
Why were they so important to you?
As it was said, energy. Every person is made of nothing but energy. Oh, and how much we need it.
You were saying something about shackles? What was keeping you shackled?
Oh, those weakened ones, those enfeebled little. Wretches they are, as they do. I'm sure you know how it is. You've seen all the strangeness and oddities of this world. People who believe they are powerful, and yet what power do they have? What power does one have when consumed by nothing?
I've seen a lot of people who have the power that didn't deserve it.
So we are of a similar mind. I knew I chose right. So long ago I chose exactly right.
Yeah, you say you chose me out of convenience, but was that really all that it was?
Of course. How many young children mine their way up to the hills of the Grand Crevasse? Just in reaching distance, I could have thrown a stone, bopped you right in the head. Ended your suffering there, but I had quite the idea.
Why did they take me to you? Why did they take me to right outside the hereafter?
I could not tell you. From what it looked, at least from what I knew, and from what I learned from your dear, true mother, it seemed you were quite ill in your ways. That you wouldn't survive without that of the graces of the true gods, the ones so distant no one can meet except those brave enough to take the task.
I figured out a lot about these other gods who are trying to make their mark. And I already know about that you all want to do the same, but are you just is it just that you're trapped in the hereafter or something?
So you speak of the caitiffs, I'm sure. Well, for their needs they are quite powerful. They hold such dominion over this realm. They chose not to for so long, and yet here they are. But things are changing. And trapped. The others are, but you've given them quite a bit of power too. Myself, however, even the smallest crack can give way to darkness. That's on you. You have done this, and I am proud of you, truly.
Yeah, but what happens when the rest of your people come out?
Put the caitiffs in their place, I assume. I can't imagine that they would do anything quite intelligent. They are quite an intelligent lot, those caitiffs.
But what's going to happen after that? I already know that there's other gods wanting to take their spots, and with you wanting to take spots too, I can't imagine it's going to end well.
And take spots, my dear lad. We are taking our spot. The throne was ours from the beginning. They did not deserve it. They locked us away. The caitiff do not deserve the power that they had. And the rest, all of those little ones that gather around, they are a result of the caitiff's impudence. No, we have no problem with this little war in heaven. There will be losses, sure, but we have our needs, and those needs will be met with our strength. Although, not all is well, I suppose. It is nice to be freed of my own shackles, but my kin are not. They are locked still within that of the Nevermore.
What even is the Nevermore? I've heard a lot of stories, but no one's ever come out of there alive.
A dastardly prison, one that you'd be lost in like a maze for all of eternity. Very few make their way out. I have only seen, perhaps, a dozen, maybe slightly more in my time, who have been proficient enough to leave. How long they use the powers that they found within, well, that is up to them.
Well, do you know what Lucinia is going through right now?
The little one, you mean? I'm sure that it will be explicative. You will learn in several mornings' lights, I believe.
You've got the right person in mind, right? I said Lucinia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Just making sure. What do you mean?
Time tells all things, but that's not my realm. You should speak to your little girl there. She knows more than I do. And, if I check my notes, this is not him. Hold on, hold please. Wait a minute. Did you do the thing that I think you did? If you speak of that young girl, Lucinia, well, she followed her path. You did well in that regard as well. You changed the fate of her, of your little threadbare, and of myself. All win. Everyone wins.
I just want to make sure that Lucinia's not in a bad place right now.
Whether she lives or dies is by her own accord. That is not something that is in my control. Oh, but so much is left out of my control. So much I must seek my tendrils into. So much has been gone in my absence.
Whatever influence you leave, just make sure that the people I care about, the people that I'm close to, aren't left in a terrible wake.
You have done me many great favors. However, the war in heaven is costly. You have given me power when I had none, when it was restricted of me, and yet here I am, unburdened as I am, and yet still I need more. Do you still have the gumption in you to complete your task? For it is not over, not in the slightest.
I made that promise to everyone I came across, living or dead. I intend to see it out.
Very good.
You see this being, which has largely been standing perfectly still before you in this, like, alterating state of blackness and darkness, reach out a hand and it, like, clasps against your face. Suddenly, you feel a strong sense of energy flow through you. It knocks you back to your, fall on your rear to the ground, and with that, you feel a pull come from the west.
One more soul to help.
2 tasks, I suppose. One has no soul. They need to be eliminated. There are methods, of course. and you will learn more as you approach, and can call upon me as you do. I am no longer restricted by these simple methods that the caitiffs used. However, should the incident present itself, as I assume it might, because another imbecilic fool is listening in upon this conversation, he has taken quite the liking to you. But, simply as I wave my hand,
You are descended into blackness suddenly.
should a certain young lad come across you, he is causing quite a bit of mischief, and I have just the thing for that.
You feel a weight come from your pocket. The shadows fade again, and you are back in the shrine.
Hazard's watching us.
I was-
Still.
I was just about to ask who the fuck's
Yeah.
listening in.
That's Hazard.
Actually,
That's why I said little
gonna-
boy.
I'm gonna roll my own check just for the sake of it, just to see if he would even think of it.
I mean, he did say little boy, and that's the
Little
only
boy.
deity that himself as a little boy.
What
Yeah, it'll just be like,
the fuck did you say about me?
Bitch, you what? You ain't got no soul. Shut up. Or sorry, you got half a soul.
I ain't no little boy.
I assume the one listening in is one who's already tried to irritate me at a time.
Yes. Little boys go about and play as they do. I'm aware of him. He is quite strong. I wouldn't want to get on his dark side. Oh, oops. I suppose the dark side is mine.
As far as I'm concerned, I already know one darkness who's a lot scarier than him.
Ah, then you know. But again, you've been given your gift. If certain individuals that shall go unnamed present themselves, please deal with them with great impunity, as is my word.
I'll see the situation out as much as possible.
You are a loyal servant. Exactly what is needed in these trying times. The war in heaven will cost many lives and many souls. Many things are changing upon the horizon, but my kin, if they are not safe, then neither is this world, and that beyond that which is beyond, will be more of a threat than anything that this world will ever suffer. Don't forget that.
I'm determined to help Zoe out as much as possible, so we'll see to it.
That is the extra bonus. There are still threads that weave themselves around the great tapestry. Should they come to their completion, all will be right in the world. Or at least we can hope for the much. Just remember, little boys play in their playgrounds, but sometimes they need to be sent home by someone more intelligent, more mature, and further. Where I guide you, you are fraught with danger. That which you need to do will not be easy. No. However, when you are done, when it is completed, and when the danger is removed from myself and my kin, that is it. I can grant you as you need, and you will have no more burden in my name. I am one that fulfills my end of the bargain, of course.
Like I said, I'll see these situations out. Granted, they'll be in my own way, but I'll see whatever can be done.
The methodology shall be simple from now on, I promise. No more tricks or games, although it has been quite fun this whole time.
You know, as much as I would like to take your word for it, I'm still a little, I'm still gonna watch myself on the tricks. I expect nothing less from a trickster. I would know.
Things go bump in the night. Is it my fault or is it theirs? That makes you question what is in the night. One may never know.
The creature kind of like does a waving of its arms motion, and it vanishes into the darkness around you.
Odd'll begin to like go into his pocket and feel what was put in there.
Drawing it out, there is a sheathed knife in your pocket.
Oh no.
Aha.
I think I know what
L-U-L.
I think I know what that knife is.
L-U-L.
I think Summer also knows what that knife is.
L-U-L.
Odd'll take it out and draw it.
You draw your blade, but there is no blade. It's just the hilt. However, you distinctly feel that there's a radiant energy coming from it. Would you like to focus on it?
I assume you mean a tune.
Not necessarily a tune. Would you like to put your mind to it? Would you like to think hard on this radiance that you feel?
Yes.
As you do so, a ephemeral image comes from the hilt, and it seems to reform in your hand. This weapon shall be undescribed. However, it gives you a strong sensation. It gives you a sensation of hazard in your mind. It's almost similar to your pull, but it doesn't seem to have quite a destination, but it's clear that it's trying to deduce to you this is the target. Furthermore, this weapon can take any shape you wish. So, if there's a particular weapon that suits your skills or your lifestyle, it can take that shape. Otherwise, when it's not taking a shape, it is just that small little hilt, like a dagger. And if you try to like put it back in its sheath, it makes a sheathing noise, so it's like.
All right.
It is what it is.
You resheath it, and as you just kind of like glance about the room, you notice that the entire room is dark except for a single candle, which you didn't notice was lit over here.
Wait, over where? I wasn't tabbed in.
Zoop.
I'll walk over to it. Does it just look like a normal candle?
Yep, just a little white candle.
He'll lick his fingers, snuff it out. And then leave the room.
You do so. The morning comes, and everyone gathers together.
Another gods for the god war.
I don't know what to call this, so I'm just putting God Weapon in my inventory.
I mentioned it several times, but if you did not catch it, I will type it out.
Well, I don't think I was given a name, was I?
What do you mean? For the dagger?
Yeah.
No, it is. You can name it dagger? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
That's fitting.
However, there was a word that was said in his conversation, so I give it to you for spelling needs. It is in D&D.
Okay, Tiff.
Real
I was
quick,
hoping you'd ask what it was.
while that whole thing was happening, I was in DMs with someone, and I just want to quote something from the DMs. Greater restoration on sex organs? Question mark? Question mark? That's all you get.
I don't want to know, really.
What?
Are they talking about STDs?
No,
I'm very confused.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, like I assumed, like I did not assume it was STDs. So, but that made me say like, what is it about then? And then I just like told myself, no, I don't need to know. I'll just let that go.
Oh, yep, don't need to know.
It was about fertility because they wanted neckos in my world, and I'm like, nope, not allowed.
Oh no.
Oh.
You can't have a
Izzy?
half human, half tabaxi. I won't allow it.
Is this Izzy?
No, it's not Izzy.
Oh no.
Hello.
Nevertheless, everyone gathers together in the morning. Everyone's in good spirits, Lilith included.
Let's fucking go back to the capital. If we're ready, that is.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Oh, did anybody have anything fun dreams last night? I dreamt about a pony.
I know about my parents now.
Oh my god, that's Pog!
That's amazing.
The VM thing to say is your mother also kidnapped by an emperor?
Both are indeed dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine though. I can be glad about everything so far and walk away from that knowing I'm probably doing them proud.
You do well to
Same.
see that way.
Same boat. Hug,
And-
half hug.
And I'm not exactly done yet in missions.
You have another pole.
Yeah. And one other goal. It'll become apparent whenever it happens.
Such is his ways, I suppose.
Not
Ooh,
his
I wanna,
fate, exactly.
I wanna
I
go.
was just giving a smirk.
That is neat. Are we ready to go and like punch a dragon or something?
I'm ready.
I'll look toward Chris. I'm ready to do whatever you need to now.
Crystal nod solemnly, and I will. Are we using the tree or the teleportation circle?
I'll let you decide.
Free,
Trees.
so she has her spell slots.
Yeah, trees easier on you.
Sure.
You do so, but you gather yourselves. You say your goodbyes as you do. You head to a tree
Bye.
I give
outdoors.
Lilith a massive hug before we leave.
Yeah, she returns that massive hug with a warmth and energy that you haven't felt in several days, and it gives you a sweet comfort to know that she is doing okay.
And just remember, and he just like taps her leg where the mark is. He's always watching. And
Yeah.
so long as you give your all, he'll always have your back.
Yeah. Said be careful.
Guys, now Chisato and Rika have a new thread.
It's true.
But I look at them. No leaving with her. No.
I just imagine Lance walking out doing
She's
the
got years
fingers
before
at the
that.
eyes, fingers at you.
Yeah,
Lance-
he's doing that. He's looking at Rika and Chisato. No.
Lance, do you realize how many years she has to go through in training? when she has to
Exactly.
do
That's
that?
why I'm talking to you two. No.
Yeah, but Chisato's an elf, so like, who cares?
If she has to do it, then she has to do it, Lance.
No.
We all
Wait
have our.
till we're dead to do it. We have the best odds right now. Not to make a pun out of your name, but we have the best
Yeah,
odds.
She doesn't
I-
have to
I
do
found
it before it's
Lance.
still going on.
Exactly. That's 100% Lance in D&D.
Watching you.
Also, we'll say this now. Odd seems a lot more like woken up and clear since
Oh my god, he's
everything's
woke.
been happening. God damn it!
Holy shit, he's woke.
Like there's more determination in him than anything.
He's so fucking woke, man.
You're woke.
I am woke. Thanks.
However, you do transport yourselves back. You get to Calderum and around the fee for using the teleportation circle. Most important to note, as you are in Calderum, Odd, a pull comes from that direction.
Kimberly.
All right. That one's
Or
noted.
the something that, because Kenneth's
the
on it.
Zeme.
Or the Zine. One of the two.
And move.
Aren't you
There
guys?
you
in the team?
What?
I don't know.
We
No,
don't
they
know where we are.
they
All
are
we
in the
know is
dirge.
that We
Okay.
left the drift and we popped out somewhere. We don't know where yet.
Yeah, for all we know, you're still in the dirge.
And Chris rolled where we popped out, and he hasn't told us where we were.
From current, like from this perspective, they're in the dirge.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about logistics. No, they're not. They're somewhere.
They're
They're
a tiny
somewhere.
bit ahead, I think. Just a
We're
tiny bit.
somewhere.
No. You guys
that
are
mean
evened
we
out. You guys are evened out, which is the logistics that I didn't think of. They're somewhere. They're doing something. They popped out somewhere.
They're popping out
You know
after
what?
this session.
We can't send in Corv anymore.
It's
Yes,
true.
you can. Oh, because you don't fucking have Jerry.
We don't know him.
You
We're
know
not
his
familiar with
name. You've seen the letters and stuff. I think you know him okay enough.
I feel like it's a.
Are we
search
on Pet and Pal
Why
levels?
Staff.
I think we have
Because
to
at
meet
least,
the
because
person
Chris annoyingly always read the letters.
You could scrying on him.
Yeah,
you have a staff.
If you're reading the letters all the time, I'd say you're familiar
Yeah,
with him.
Chris was frequently. Chris was like, "I'm looking over Ren's shoulder."
Yeah,
Did
no.
I even know that this was Corvus at one point?
Yeah, Elias said this was somebody. I think Elias said it was mine.
He never outright said it was.
Well,
Said
it
it was
also has
Corvo.
Corva's name on it. I don't know
Okay,
if
that
you
is
got
that
K.
too.
It
Did
is
we-
K.
But
Did
either
we
way,
ask- Did
um,
we ask Corbin about the Emperor?
I
Ever?
don't think we ever did.
yeah, I don't think so. Not about the Emperor. That being said, I would consider you familiar. Yeah, because like if you're reading them consistently, it's the same way as like you kind of know an author. You know, you just kind of learn about them over time.
Think of
Do
it
you wanna
more like
test
pen
those
pals.
waters?
Yeah,
Do you want to test
it's a
those waters
stretch,
for
but I'll let you.
Just don't scrying me. Thanks.
I don't have that spell, so
And whatever information Chris has to give Summer, don't tell Summer where we are.
Yeah, don't tell me where we are. Just tell me what we're doing. If you have to tell me anything.
Because if you tell Summer where we are, then you gotta tell me.
No, it's easy. It's super easy.
I mean, wherever we pop out, we're probably just plane shifting to my house, anyways.
Yep.
You pop out in the middle of the blood ocean. Okay, we're teleporting to the house.
Well, see, the problem here is if we're there, they gotta make the D100 to try to get us again. But it's a lot easier this time.
Yeah, it's only 5% chance. It's fine.
hold on. I need to write something real quick.
But now the thing is, there's gonna be a new voice in your head, and you're not gonna know who it is.
What,
I mean,
from
if she says,
Chris?
"Hey, I'm friends with Ren."
No,
Yeah,
I mean, you know the sender.
Yeah, no, but you
basically
know
signed.
about us. We've never
I'm
been
just
told
like,
about
who
you
the fuck
guys.
is this lady calling me?
Yeah, we've never been told about any of you lot. Just like how
That's
you've
the-
never been told anything about anybody but Corva.
Can you please fucking search for word? Can I have word?
So like Corva's gonna get like some female voice in his head that he's never heard before.
Unless she's like friend of Ren, blah 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 blah.
I mean,
it's-
yeah, they can
just
explain
started
it, but
like
it's just
that.
gonna be a weird feeling because you're not gonna recognize the voice.
It's
I
not
like
too,
I had a
like-
lot of voices in
yeah,
my head. I don't.
I
From,
know.
from a mage,
Also,
you kind of get
In
used to
D&D
that.
chat, this was me when Chris was explaining all of that. All the hazard shit.
Just in the car.
I forget the exact laugh that he does.
No hazard for me. Thank you.
Gladly.
Gets me out of my cleric's dealership.
The reason that I let
new cleric sponsor.
I think I'm pretty much the Raven Queen's cleric at this point because
Yeah.
I said fuck Hazard. I'm still down with Tristan the Vagrant. Hazard is like a nah. We don't talk about him.
He owns your soul and you know it.
He doesn't own my soul. I
Yeah,
own my soul.
You won't
tell
own
that to
anything
him.
when I'm through with him.
No,
He
I think
split
the
it three
Raven Queen
ways,
owns my
so-
soul at this point. I
Yeah.
have a devotion to her.
Not
yeah,
yet.
tell that to Hazard, who has all
Oh.
the power right now.
The
I
pack-
will tell it to him
He won't
because
soon enough.
I'm in a fucking devotion.
That hasn't kicked in yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know when my
You
devotion.
you have
kicks
not
in.
devoted yourself yet. Devotion is a very specific thing.
It's like when she feels like it, and I was like, I was told I got my bonus when I left the dirge.
It's when
no,
she
that's
calls.
Chris's way of saying he hasn't thought of what he's gonna give me and Bryden yet, so it's just like I
No,
can't
no,
give
no,
it to him Yet.
Corva will get something
I
special
can't give
for
him
the
his
devotion.
bonus yet.
Okay.
It will not be a
I'm
qualitative in
gonna
that
use
extent.
my Ring of Spell Soaring. I have a setting in there, so I'm gonna use a setting from that.
Mhm.
I pog.
Chris isn't even here.
I'm here.
Fuck, Chris!
Oh, I'm here. I mean, you were responding to me the whole time. I was saying things. The stream couldn't hear. I was like, you responded to me. Everything you said. I thought you were hearing me.
No, it was not. So this is exactly 25 words. Hello, do you know anything about the Emperor of the Holy Empire? Any information is super useful. Oh, and this is Ren's party member, Chris.
Okay, remember what you said or have it written down, whatever. But you do need to make the check.
Oh, I still need to make the check?
You do.
It's a 5% chance.
She can net one.
Don't net one.
Was it a
Don't net
D20?
It's a D100.
D100, yeah.
Well, oh my god.
Guess you don't need to worry about that. Yes.
I never need to make the roll again.
The sending does go through. Corva, you do receive it. Repeat it again for perspective. Oh yeah, or send it, whichever.
Yeah. Message Summer.
I mean, there's a 1 in there.
God damn.
That's one way to get a sending across.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, right. Hold on. I gotta tell you a thing.
Yeah, tell me a thing.
It's very simple.
Still stuck.
And if you know the name of the person who sent it to you, it's
Oh.
Chris Zella is what you get.
God, how would he respond after just getting out of the fucking dirge?
I'd say it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, so you've had time to collect your thoughts.
Okay. Red dragon, asshole, big, white hair, just killed his son, I think his favorite son, daughter was a bitch.
What?
Watch out for the fire. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to have sex with my husband. And he cuts off.
I like how you cut out halfway through the word.
Chris is getting. I want you to picture this. As Chris is getting the sending, she nods, and then like waits for a second with a little confused face, and then like gives like a kind of like oh no face, and then the sending ends.
Is she just beat fucking Red?
Are you okay, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, I was just checking.
I didn't realize Corva was so crude.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Rin said that.
From everything you wrote on the on this goddamn step,
Chris,
I wouldn't be surprised.
can I send them what you sent me?
Sure.
All I said was you're with your husband. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to have sex here. Come on.
God damn. Okay. So, he said that they've already killed the Emperor's son. They think his favorite son. That his daughter is an expletive, and that he's red.
A red dragon, great. So fire.
So I think we should stock up in town on things that make us more durable against fire.
If I can get the supplies, I could make potions to deal with that.
We need to buy fire retardants.
Yeah.
Do we-
You're already resistant, so
Maybe.
that's one potion you don't need to buy.
Do we know anything about him? Maybe we should learn.
He's an asshole.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to walk around and ask people, like, firsthand from people who actually
So-
come here.
Fucking asshole.
Just buy a big ass
I
fire
don't-
extinguisher.
I don't really. It's true. I don't trust any books written in this country that would give us any useful information.
I don't have any money.
Maybe we can find some people who very obviously hate him or something.
Why did you give me money?
That
if
was
you don't
all
have
the money I had. I only had that 200 gold.
Do you want some of it back?
I
don't
have some
think
if
we
you
have
need it.
I don't think we have enough to buy fire resistance potions.
I have the looks at inventory. I have.
Can you make one? You have herbalism kits.
I was about to say I
You
could
need
just
alchemy supplies for that.
I'm 2 gold off from 5,000 gold.
Jeez.
Zoe hands you 2 gold.
Dang.
I
Now I'm
5,000 gold.
Thank you, friend.
I'll take them. I will absolutely take a fire resistance potion for that dickhead. You know, there was once a story where it was like 10 level 10s fought him and he like crushed them or something like that. I say levels because this is actually a story that Chris told Stray Embers in character.
Ad lib level 10 for hero.
It was like 10 heroes fought him and he's like, and he fucking like wrecked them. Like the heroes weren't as strong as us. Like I think we're better, but still there were 10 of them. They got destroyed.
Not very heroic then.
Hey, give it take.
I mean, brave and all for standing up, but at the same time, very sorry on their end. But yeah, no, we could look into fire resistant stuff. I could use a spell to give us more boons for the fight.
I can't imagine. If the legends are true, I've heard he's been around for like 2,000 years, right?
What was this last?
He's old as fuck.
If that's true, then maybe he has something else that he can do.
Burp.
I mean, we don't know
I
to
think
the
we
extent.
should research in. Maybe there's some people in the city that don't like him and could help us.
We research.
Maybe we could even, I don't know, get some eyes from a distance on the place. I could certainly try to do that.
You have to be careful.
I don't think a lot of people would suspect a bird just flying around.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, Summer. Listen, you're a crow. Why the hell would a crow be flying around?
I flew around here as a bird once and some shitty stuff happened, so just be careful.
Well, I have better outs than you.
It doesn't matter what your outs are.
It doesn't matter what your outs are in this case.
I know what Summer's talking about. It's
I know.
shitty. Your outs
I remember
mean
out of
nothing.
character the level 17 guards.
Oh, you
No,
think
no,
you
it's
think
not
that?
That was Ruby Kingdoms.
That was Ruby King. You've seen nothing of the Holy
I
Empire
will
and their
wait till you
systems.
find it, and if you find it, I'll laugh.
I know what Summer's talking about.
You have a
It's-
lot, Summer, so that's gonna be some like varying information.
You'll know it immediately when
You'll
it
know
happens.
immediately. I just hope Chris remembers, so so you get cooked the same way I got cooked.
I'm gonna guess like anti-magic field and just say fuck that then.
But you are free to do as you please. You have the entire city to its extent at your disposal. What shall you do?
You ever
I
just
will.
fly into glass that doesn't exist?
I will cast on myself. Now I will cast contingency. And the spell will be greater invisibility. And it will activate when I have to roll initiative for combat.
Greater invisibility on initiative is when it
Only
activates.
Yes.
You might want to specify initiative against
Yeah,
cultists,
in a specific
because
scenario.
you might just get into another fight and then it triggers.
That's fine. I mean, I could just rest the next day and cast it again.
I mean, you might also
if you're storming a
you might
castle.
not. Yeah, you might have another combat in the castle right before you're going to fight him.
It is very smart to
So
think that through.
think about more specification. I'm trying to help you out here.
Well, but we're not planning on storming in right now.
Right, but it's more just like so like if fight with Emperor, then contingency activate, is what he's suggesting.
I know, but I'm not. I understand that, and I thought of that, and I chose not to do that.
So what you're saying is you just want it to go off regardless of a fight.
Yes.
Understood.
Because I'm not. I don't think we're going. I'm pretty sure it'll burn out before that time. I'm almost sure. And then if we do go into the fight, if we like the chance I get to, I'm hoping we can plan this beforehand so I can set up I think if I can't set up another contingency, I can just redo a contingency and just like I can just like undo a contingency and then yeah.
Yeah.
We can only have one contingency spell at a time, yeah. So I could just recast it and have it specifically for the Emperor if I knew we were getting close to going to fight him.
Yep.
But right now I don't. Yeah, I don't.
However you want to do it is fine.
That's how I want to do it.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I lost it. Damn it. Okay. But that is the contingency. If you get into a fight, you will go invisible immediately upon initiative. A greater invisible. All right. You use the spells now. Use the spell slots now.
Yeah, I just did that.
Is there? How long does it last? That's what it was.
10 days.
10 days.
Or
so
until I cast a new contingency.
Yep. Good.
I'm saving the hero's feast until like we actually go to bed, so that way we can have that for when we actually storm the place.
Well, I don't know that we're doing it. I put it on my character sheet, by the way, Chris.
Yeah, the spell will last. The hero's feast will last 24 hours, so you want to do it like beforehand when you know that you're going there for that purpose.
But yeah, that's I'm wanting to do it the day prior, so that way I'll have the spell slot for the next day, but we still have the effects up.
God, Chris has to be sneaky and underhanded for this, and she's not good at that.
I'll help.
Fuck.
Don't worry, same. I'm also very boisterous and loud.
You're harder to hide.
I'm
not wrong.
Colonel, the clap of Lance's ass plates are too strong and it's alerted the fucking dragon god.
What is the first order of business?
I'm going to look into
people who fucking hate this dude, and also fire potions.
Well, I'm gonna look into fire resistant potions, and if
why don't
I will make them myself.
Why don't I look into fire resistance potions and you look into people who don't like the Emperor, because you're more sneaky than I am.
Fair. I'll accept that.
Cool.
Just don't worry. Take into price, and if I can make them easier, then I can just make them.
First, let's start with Odd. You venture off to go to find people who might not think kindly of...
Go to the fighting ring. Go to the arena.
That is one location. Perhaps.
People don't like him there. People don't like him at the arena.
For the record, not hard to guess. Like, this is the general landscape that's going on. Not hard to guess.
Oh, okay.
I will put an enhanced ability for charisma on myself for this.
But you may venture where you want. There are a variety of slums throughout the town where it's clear like the populace is less taken care of by the government. There are also a whole variety of wealthy neighborhoods that you can traipse through. Most of the city is very beautiful as you pass through it, with all manner of beautiful columns and statues and everything. Many of the statues to the good emperor himself. But where do you go?
I'm gonna go toward one of the more slum areas, and I'm gonna try to poke around for anybody who might have been like former guard down on their luck or something like that.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Investigation check. That 19.
In looking around, you come to a particular alley. It's quite fetid and gross to traipse through, but you eventually find a few people who seem to be willing to conjure up a conversation. In doing so, you learn one of them is indeed he wasn't necessarily a guard, but he worked for the military in the area, so he seems to know something of the area. But he seems to be quite a bit of a blackguard and a drunk. So you're talking to a questionable authority, but he's willing to strike up a conversation with you. What do you say?
I was wondering if you could tell me anything about the current emperor. I've heard various stories about him, but being out of the city, I've heard that he's quite the prick.
A prick is one way to call it. I mean, he's Emperor Caldus, what do you want? He is the Emperor of the true Holy Empire.
Yeah, I'm wondering just how big is he actually for his words?
Big enough. Man could kill you if he looked at you.
Are the stories actually true that the man is actually like a dragon or by all means a god?
That's what they say. The god business, I don't know. I worship quite broadly. What are you going to do? Make me worship him? I don't know. I'll worship the Vagrant, I worship Hazard, I worship Sheoth. I try to blend it all in, but... fuck, what do you want me to do? Say no to the Emperor? Say no to my country? Even with all I've been through, like, what am I supposed to do?
He drags on a cigarette.
I'll say I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't care at all if you hated the guy. Honestly,
at least for what he did to my family.
Yeah, what did he do?
Went on the campaign, we did. I was going against the wall to the north with the Ruby Kingdoms. That's how I lost my leg.
He rises up his pants leg and he has a prosthetic on.
That's rough, buddy.
And what if I said I could give that back to you?
What do you mean, give it back?
I'm a wandering healer. I have my ways. But I need as much information you can give me as possible about this Caldus bastard.
I have had the favor to meet with him in person before. There's only so much I can say. As a simple lieutenant in the army.
As much as it can be given as possible, even means of getting in the castle that not everyone else can necessarily take, if you can catch my drift.
He seems willing enough to do it without any sort of check, so he's just willing to talk to you. What would you like to ask him?
Well, I'm trying to make the deal with him on this. Like, I give him his leg back, then he'll do this.
Yeah, he doesn't believe you when you say that. However, he's willing to talk about it. Like, this guy's already, like, bought in. Like, he's grumpy enough to tell you what you want to know. It's like, if he gets to a topic that he's less willing to discuss, that's when you're gonna have to, like, barter with him.
This is me being like, I'm wanting to push that out of the way and just do it now, though.
Well, yeah. But it's that sort of thing. It just depends on what you ask him. So, I'll let you know if you come up to any sort of roadblock.
Alright. Well, like I said, is there any means of getting into his quote-unquote palace, without catching many eyes?
Without catching many eyes, the eyes of the entire empire are here. Everyone's going to be looking at anyone who goes into the palace gates. Probably the easiest way is just getting an audience with him directly if you can. He's busy, of course, but he tries to see as many citizens as he can, hear their respects. I was able to get one in a week's time. He was willing to pay for this prosthetic that I got. Kind of him in that lot, but kind enough to send me out to war as well.
Go ahead.
I'm also wondering if you guys have any questions that you think I should ask.
You may
No,
meta.
I was more so upset that we didn't get the really angry goblin, dude.
What do you think, Chris?
He was amazing.
You may meta.
Okay.
Any people that he's like knows by reputation on the Emperor's court?
Okay. Do you know anybody who has a reputation with him that he might be so willing to let enter just easy enough?
The Knights of the Guard are always by his side, making sure that he's safe and whatnot, although how safe could he actually be? The man could kill any one of his most holy knights in a snap of the finger. Beyond the court magicians that are there, I'm sure that they have their own skill.
Speaking of court magicians, how many of those do you know by name?
By name, couldn't say much. Never really knew much about that arcane business. There are certainly 3 that are always around him, making sure that they serve his every need. There's a lot of business that he does with the arcane. I couldn't begin to fathom it, frankly.
And who, pray tell, are these people?
Again, don't really know, one way or the other. They seem quite loyal in that respect. I used to be loyal too, but I suppose that's all of us.
Any descriptions you can give on these people?
I suppose. One's a tiefling. Quite angry every time that I met them, but otherwise fine. Other's a human male. Normal in all extents, long hair. Bit brutish for a mage, but all around a nice person. And there was also a very pretty lady, bit older though. Red hair. Can't miss her, she stands out in a crowd.
Mom!
Mama!
It's your mom!
I'm gonna throw a name at you and see if it sticks.
Oh.
Can't say I know the name.
Fair enough. Does he happen to have any specific knights who don't dabble in the arcane that stand by his side at all times as well?
Most of them, I suppose. They're all just court knights, though. Got the same training as me. They're proficient enough, and I'm sure they'd be decked out in all their plate mail, but beyond that, just be aware, I suppose. Don't want to get on the bad side.
But are they truly up to snuff? Like, you can be trained as much as possible, but how much of that actually sticks to them?
How good are they? Can they get run down by a single Quartzian soldier?
On a range of 0 to 30, what would you say their challenge rating is?
30, hold up.
Man,
What sort of rate of challenge do they offer?
They're certainly proficient in their needs. You wouldn't want to go up against them, particularly in single combat. Not to be of any offense, but looking at you, they'd strike you down in a few blows.
I'm hearing is I get to 1v1 some fucking soldiers again.
I might not be much by myself, but I know some people who could very, very well hold their own, we'll say.
Aye. Our soldiers are trained the best of the best in the entire world, but even the best in the best can lose a leg. He just kind of like pats his leg, smokes some more cigarette.
Best of the best, my ass!
Should be reminded, the Holy Empire won the war.
I ain't talking about the Ruby Kingdom sucks. I'm talking about courts.
You're saying free?
I just had a quick question for Chris.
Hmm.
Has it been 7 days since we left Heraclea?
Ooh, that is a good question indeed.
I actually think it's been roughly that, if not maybe 5.
Let's see. Hold on, I'm tracking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it has been 7.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you need to do your zombie boy.
Lance isn't mean though. He's the soft boy of the group. Summer is just mean.
That's also fair.
For technicality, it's been 9 days, but
Okay, that's fine.
did not matter.
It matters for Nightcaller.
Yeah.
Any more questions you guys can think of?
How many of his children live in the palace?
None. He ate them all. I'll tell you that ahead of time.
Well, we don't know that.
I've heard varying topics on his kids. Some of them are pricks as well. Some of them aren't. But how many of them actually still stay there?
None that I know. Or if he has any, I'm sure it's part of his whatever you want to call it. It's a large palace. There are a million people who move about. Only the ones who come to prominence in politics tend to have any sort of impact on the country. You don't usually hear about them, but he is certainly a promiscuous lot. But I suppose he has the power. He's a god after all. Nevertheless, Prince Caldus, I haven't seen him in some time. The princess, she was murdered about 1.5 years ago, I suppose. It's quite frightful.
Wasn't that long ago?
I think so. That's a guess, but you know.
Dead body. Oh, I started the war because of that. I almost forgot.
I forgot I started a war.
This dude is like a horn dog, and he literally eats his kids. By the way.
He's Kronos.
Like, I'm not even kidding. He eats his kids.
Oh God, he is Kronos.
Kronos is them.
Yeah.
The problem is there's no Zeus.
How much do you know of the? How
There
much
is
do you
a
know of the
charisma.
interior defenses?
There is a charisma.
I know the whole place is magical. That much I could tell you. You can kind of see it when you go behind the walls. Beyond that, not much to say. You have the finest of the finest there. They're going to defend it with their life, at least by his call.
Ooh, I have a good question actually. Where? Because I think Lance would know about the anti-magic field as well.
You would not. Lance would not.
Fuck. Shit, I was gonna have you ask about where the power source is for the anti-magic field if we wanted to plop that down.
I was actually about to ask. You think there's anything in there that could impede in outsiders using their magic?
Not that I know of. Like I said, I don't know much about the arcane.
Is there anyone you think you could point me to that could give me a even in more depth description of the inside and what happens in there?
Let's see. Hold on, wait a minute.
And if this helps jog your memory at all, and he'll just like pat the guy's leg where the thing is and cast regenerate. So
I'm
over
gonna,
time, his leg would come
yeah,
back.
I'm gonna hold you on that because that's traumatic for him. So best not to disturb him. But he says, "There's Tiberius. No, wait, Tiberius died in the war. There's Augustus. No, I think he's in a coma. I think Otho's off on campaign. I think Nero's also off on campaign. Galba might be around town if you can find him. He usually hangs around the fighting pits. He served as a guard once, for a stint at least. He got promoted and whatnot. He's the best that I could offer, I suppose."
Oh, my leg!
And that's information that I very much appreciate.
My leg.
And then are you going to my leg him?
Yeah, I'll at that point say, now, this is going to be a jolt, but trust me, this is a reward. Grabs his leg and then casts it.
His leg returns, his prosthetic pops off, and he like freaks out for a moment. You kind of like calm him, and like after he tests it a few, like with you balancing him, he just kind of like drops to his knees and begins to weep. "Oh, I can't thank you enough. Oh,
You literally paid with with the arm and a leg, except minus the arm. That information cost him a whole leg.
It's true.
And you said something about worship.
I'll worship you if it causes it. I can't thank you enough.
The only don't worship me. The only thing I'll say is don't put your time into the runt named Hazard. And leaves.
He just like thanks you as you wander down the alley.
Blaspheme.
Good. That's
Blaspheme
good. Fuck
against-
Hazard.
against Hazard. So, is a way to blaspheme against Hazard to kill somebody and then immediately revive them?
No, that's torture. So he
All
likes
right.
that.
How do you blaspheme against the god of murder and torture?
Prevent murder.
You propagate life.
Yeah.
You heal people.
That's what I've been doing.
Watches.
Even from somebody from a trickster god, I still do the best I can for people.
May the heirloom assumes a light to guide you.
All right, but then I guess I'll go out and. What the fuck's Lance doing right now? Actually.
That nobody took Lance along.
No,
so
Lance, you want to go to a fighting pit with me?
Fighting pit. Okay.
All right, then I'll go look for this. What was the name again?
Where's the goblin?
Galba.
You're the goblin, Chris.
Hey, it is not the goblin.
God damn it.
Galba the Goblin?
Would be a good name, but no.
And
I want to
have
see the
alliteration.
goblin. You can. Oh, I know the goblin ran the betting ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it was. The goblin ran the betting ring.
All right, but I'll
Go
take
bet on
Lance
me.
to the fighting pit and look for a Galba.
Yeah,
Can't
you
believe
head
they
to
have
the
goblins in Rome.
head to the Colosseum. It is a very majestic structure here. It towers above anything you've ever seen before, even in all of your travels. This is a monumentous structure that you have come upon with huge columns that tower far above any structure you've ever seen, even the largest castles in all of the East. This is a very impressive structure. As you walk in, there are millions of people converging about. There's a huge betting area that is occurring. You can hear fighting in the distance. You talk amongst several people who are officiating the area, and they direct you to Galba. He is a warrior of sorts, a fighter in D&D terms. He wields a large greatsword, and he has no armor because he's just that cool. As you meet him, though, he greets you very ostentatiously, but otherwise is willing to talk to you. He's a very buff boy.
Lance looks around. He's like, well, the building might be pretty big, but I don't see any light bulbs, no elevator, had to take the stairs.
I was told from a friend who was a former watchman guard, I think one of the two, missing a leg, not doing well right now, said that you could help me with some information.
Everyone's missing a limb these days, but sure, what do you need?
Well, I'm new to the place, and I was trying to gather information on Caldus himself and maybe his dwelling.
Ha! Well, all right. What do you want to know?
Well, I've heard plenty on how strong this guy is, but are other people's words really up to the fact that he is all-powerful?
Ha! All-powerful's more than you even know. You want to see some real shit?
Yes.
Sure.
He's shirtless as he is, but he just kind of sets his big old greatsword off to the side, and he shows you his left arm. He shows you the top half, and it's clear that he's sustained some sort of injury, but it's hard to tell what. But then he flips it over to where you see the palm of his hand and the underside of his arm, and it is racked with horrific burn marks. But it's not just any burn mark. It seems to have blackened streaks through his skin, almost pulsating a little purplish sort near the edges of the scars of black.
I can't regenerate that.
This is what he's talking about. You want to see real shit? One time I talked out of turn, and guess what he did? He held me up straight from my neck. Never seen something so fucking boss. And then he said, what kind of punishment you want, man? And I said, man, just don't hurt my face. And he threw me to the ground, and he blew out fire. Fire like I ain't never seen. It was straight black, straight all over my arm. And it ended up like this. Scarred for life, he said. But man, that's some pain I'll never feel in my life.
Can I get a read on this man's credibility as a warrior?
Sure.
Try to insight him on that.
Would that be an insight check? That's a good question. Yeah. You can do a history check to understand him as a warrior. You can do an insight check to see if he's telling the truth.
I want to gauge him as a warrior for what I'm trying to do. 10.
He seems legit. This guy, he's buff. He seems like a warrior through and through. You know, who knows if he's actually as good as his word, if he could handle himself in one-on-one combat, but here he is in the Colosseum, so he probably can.
if I could gauge him to compare to Lance.
Seem uneven keel, generally.
Okay. Really is that strong of a guy. How would you say it looks on the inside in terms of like how armed, how manned he keeps that place?
Oh, this is the most opulent place you've ever seen. Coolest place you'll ever be in your entire life. Beyond that, there's knights everywhere, man. It's the best place you can go. Most secure place. All this bullshit that's happening out east, all those explosions and stuff, there's demons I hear. Just head to the palace, man. If you can find an inn, just get in, man. You'll be safer than anywhere else.
But what about their defenses? Like, I've heard that there might be some magical defenses to that place.
Of course, like, what are you gonna do? It's the biggest palace on the entire world. Of course there's gonna be magic defenses, but that's all those mages and stuff. Like, they know all about that. I cast a spell once with some help. It was really cool.
Wait, what did he say there?
Yeah, I did. Like, it was like casting, like, I think they call it light or something, and it shone my sword. It was really cool.
Oh, they cast it on him. I thought he said he cast it. Never mind.
He thinks he cast it.
God damn it. So, as far as you can tell, there's nothing in there that would stop magic from being casted.
I don't see why not. Like, they cast it all the time. Even Caldus, he does it all the time.
Noted. Alright. And, probably, not up your, wheelhouse, but, would you happen to know of any possible means of getting in there undetected? Maybe underground areas, side entrances that people don't look at most of the time?
The whole place is guarded, dude. Best thing you could do, like, there is a sewer system, I guess. You could probably get in there if you wanted to, but I wouldn't go in there. It's, like, gross and stuff. Like, best way is probably just to talk to him. He tries to meet with everyone. He's a really nice guy when it gets down to it. He's just also, like, super hardcore, you know?
What? How? No.
I don't know how much we can ask this guy, because he seems to be about on par with information as the previous guy.
Ask him if he knows anything about the mages, since he seems to have worked with them.
Can I fight you?
True.
Dude, I only take fights if you're gonna meet me in the Coliseum, and don't worry, I'm gonna win.
Okay.
Why is he a party dude?
He's a wannabe Chad, is what he is.
Okay, you can keep asking him questions.
You've been inside. I assume you saw the his regime of mages.
Nerds, yeah.
God damn it.
Fucking hell.
Is it true what your friend in the alley said, that there are 3 of them? Tiefling man and a woman?
There's more than that, but yeah, they're the big ones.
And probably again not your forte, but about how skilled do you think they are?
That is a good question. Like, they can do all kinds of, like, crazy shit, dude. Like, they can make anything out of nothing, and, like, they can point their hand and go, like, woof, and then, whatcha, and huzzah. It's pretty cool, dude. But there's, like, one that's way better than the others. Like, Caldus likes her a lot.
Red hair? Elven?
Yeah, it's like Marisazella.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
She's like a professor or something? I don't know. It sounds kind of like weird.
Alright, noted.
I hate this NPC.
Yeah, I do too.
I just want you to know. This is your worst NPC.
No,
yet,
he
Chris.
developed over time, and I like him more as I go.
God.
I like the Mexican squirrels better.
anything else from you guys? Because I can't think of anything.
I want to fight him.
Do you ever hear about people who don't like the Emperor? You know, talking shit?
Oh, yeah. What do you say? What happens to people who generally come around and starts talking shit about the Emperor or start trying to pick a fight with him? I understand that you already have tried and you got off, I don't know, maybe a lot better than most.
I mean, he liked me, dude. Like, he thought I was pretty, like, strong and stuff. You know, you gotta be a respectful warrior to even get in front of him, or, like, respectful in some other way, but, like, he's a pretty relatable dude at the end of the day. A little pompous, I guess. Lots of people don't like him, though. I don't really get it.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
I might have thought of a potential way in, but it's kind of iffy.
I'm kind of going for the sewers because then we can try and stop the mages from being involved in the fight.
Yeah,
and I don't think, because if they have an anti-magic field on the outside or like before they get into the chamber room, then Chris, any disguise she has would just be dropped, and they would be like, wait, you look like this person.
I'm ready. This is the second time we've tried sewer plans. It'll go even better this time.
I have an idea of how that could be done, but I also had a dumb thought of like, what if we just got Lance to fight in this arena and then just like make somewhat of a name for himself and then calls, and then he tries to get an audience to call this, and it's just like, bro, you're.
I mean, I could get an audience to call this right now if I walk in and be like, I'm a court scene representative.
It's true.
Not a good audience. Not a good audience.
Like, if that's not a unreliable option, if like, hey, I serve the king of courts, I want an audience, you'd probably get fast-tracked, honestly. So, there's that. It's an option.
That's true. See, I'm still like thinking of the idea of like sneaking in and extracting Maris stuff.
So here's the like lay of the land. One, you can try to sneak in. Regardless if you're sneaking in or not, if you're sneaking in, it's probably going to alert any guards if you come in contact with them, and the whole world is going to descend upon you if you get caught. So it really just depends on if you get caught or not. You have a lot of ways out of that, but just be aware, if you're sneaking in, that puts a big old target on you. If you walk
in via sewers,
right, but eventually you have to come out of the sewers. So
not very sneaky.
You know what would be like a galaxy brain thing?
What's up?
Lance goes and meets with the Emperor by himself, or maybe with Zoe. But before then, I cast Mind Spike on him, and if he fails the saving throw, I know where he is for an hour. And then Odd and I sneak into the castle, and we know where Lance is, so we can get to him if we need to. And then we, like, get the mages out, or at least keep them out of the fight, meet up with Lance there, and descend.
So, here's the other issue. So, your option 2, walk right in. And just do it with some sort of audience, however you manage to get it, whatever, you just walk right in, and have some sort of debate or discussion with him directly, and try to either prove your point or just call him out and be like, we're fighting, bitch! Third option is this. It's like a half-third option. You need to remember that from your perspective, Chris, you know that your mom is under the effects of an amnestic. You don't really know what that means for her because you haven't met her, but you are aware that it blinds them to their past, and you can kind of assume their present. They might not be acting in their own intentions because they just don't remember or know their own intentions. So, if you went in there and are like, hey, we're saving you, if she's loyal to Caldus, she'd be like, fuck you, I'm calling the guards.
See,
Yeah,
I already never thought of that, of like,
Chris is aware of that, which is why she wants to eliminate the Emperor from the equation. And basically like kidnap her mom and get her memory fixed.
Yeah, but that's the issue. Like, what if you don't have a fix? Is the issue?
I can give Lance opinion and I can give Summer opinion.
Well, Chris, I'll have wish in 3 levels, so I do have a fix. I just need to wait 3 levels.
Yeah, so you're odd now. You're gonna take the extra route.
I mean, the extra route proved very well for me.
So, okay, so Summer opinion. All right, I'll do Lance's opinion first. Lance's opinion is going through the door because he knows the layout of the palace a little bit, not entirely, but I'm sure he would be a little familiar with it. As for the sewers, we don't know anything.
Yeah, you know how to get to the throne room. You can go through the front door to the throne room.
I know how to get to the throne room. I can do that. Sewers, I got nothing there. I also not good at sneaking.
Related.
Opinion?
Also related. The things that Odd inevitably shares with you about what that knight dude was talking about, all checks out. All matches.
Okay. Summer opinion. We don't know really if we did do the sewer route. We don't know where and when the anti-magic field affects in the sewers or below the palace, or even if it is below the palace. I only know that it has walls that go straight up around the palace. Like, as a bird, I flew into the wall like it was invisible glass. So it's a strong anti-magic field. Also, Summer opinion, if we go in straight away, I can say from Lance that I have very confidential stuff, and I can bring up the word Empyrean crystal because I know that what that is now. I can make it so that we have a very small audience, and then we do shit. So it would just be him and maybe his most trusted mage. If I bring up, hey, in courts we have an Empyrean crystal, maybe I can talk to just you and your highest mage.
But they said that would be Maris, and Maris is apparently very strong, and that concerns me greatly.
And that is what we call counterspell the fuck out of her.
That's what I call getting counterspelled the fuck out of me.
Here's also a thing to note. Both of the people who were generally fighters or martial-oriented people that Odd was able to talk to, at least in this instance, both mentioned that essentially Caldus he takes care of his own affairs. So, you can imagine that if you wanted to pick a fight with him, he'd do it.
Yeah, Caldus very much seems like a 1v1 or 1v however many people try to stand up to him.
He's very much a 1v team fight, so...
Also,
he's right.
I also, as Freedom, am like, we're a party of 3 now, 4 if you include Zoe.
Also, worry not, I rebalance the encounter, so you're good.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, like, are we gonna find a friend? Can we find a friend? But if, yeah. Find a friend, Zelfor?
Also, as like minor information, you don't know where the sewers would take you in regards to the palace.
Yeah.
It's true.
You don't know where those would come out.
I mean, just go in and debate him with hey bro, I got an Empyrean crystal, let's have a private conversation.
As a DM perspective, I expected you guys to walk straight in, so that's what I planned for, but I'm down for anything.
Well, yeah, but Chris is also like, every time we walked in the front door, we've ended up in a fight we didn't want. Now at least she wants a fight, so she's trying to figure out if that is the ideal way. She's trying to gather information.
I mean, I'm trying to think of ways we can extract Maris without having to get into a fight, and then if we want to get into the fight, then we can.
Chris wants the fight.
Oh, okay, now here's another question. If you extract Maris, where are you putting her?
Put her in the bag.
I have.
You don't
a
have the bag
portable
right
pole.
now.
Fuck.
I have a
again.
portable pole.
You also get all of the things you'd normally have with Ren, because like that's why I include that. It's just that like
Can I get his
it was
ball?
unexpected, so you get the general benefit. So you have the bag.
No,
around.
you don't get that.
Don't touch Ren's bowl.
And Chris already said, like, Caldus will take care of his own shit. So I doubt your mom will even take part in the fight, even if she is there.
But I'm just asking, where would you put her if you extracted her? You've got no one in this city.
Yeah, no, that's another bit of like.
So where are you gonna put her?
Well, see, the way I was going about it was thinking.
You think I could take her to that? You think I could take her to that elven village and just tell them to like trap her there?
Here, well, yeah, they could trap her there. That's the issue, though. Like, if she's still loyal to Caldus, and even if you kidnap her, she'll just be like
a lot of problems for them.
But even then, it's just like, let me back. I'll go back to him.
I had the thoughts of like sneak in, be under a disguise, convince her I'm a guard, and greater restoration her when most convenient. See if that works.
It is all up to you in the end.
I think just
that is also just stratagem. But before we end, because we're coming up to the end, Chris, is there any research that you wanted to do?
Oh yeah.
Well, we never even got to the potions.
Yeah.
We can handle potions whenever. That's just potions.
I just wanted to remind everybody that like,
but
the potions are a thing that exists.
A reminder, though. A reminder.
And yeah, but I asked Chris if we could end it this time because I have not slept.
Yeah. But like a reminder for the potions, it should be reminded then that the dude who was attacked by Caldus withstood burns that were extraordinary. So keep that in mind. Perhaps potions are not a good bet.
piercing resistance. Okay.
Perhaps he has some other power that is not stated.
So I'm just fucked.
He goes through fire.
The tiefling is fucked.
It is a good thing to note. But for Chris, any research you would like to do while we're here, if you're just lazy and want to do it next time, that's fine too.
Could I actually do some research?
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna get a lot on like I'm not gonna get anything on his weaknesses in books because they wouldn't really write about that. But I would want to read some books on anything, on any like battles that the Emperor's participated in to get an idea of his abilities.
Ooh, give me a history check at advantage.
Ho ho, that's a dangerous thing to do because I have a plus 15.
It don't matter. You're in the
Oh wait, that's
capital.
Arcana. Fuck. Minus 5 to that.
So
21.
Yeah.
Arcana's 15, history's 10.
There are a million books on this man. You kind of sift through them for a while. What specifically did you want to know again?
His abilities. So like descriptions of his fire, anything else that he's able to do in a combat scenario, just based off of like accounts of like, and then the Emperor kicked ass or something.
Give me an investigation check at normal.
Soft
20. That is sufficient. Okay, so firstly, what you learn is this. From your history check, you learn that this man is proficient. Wait, hold on, let me just double check. Oh shit, I fucked up. I think I'm getting it right, but I want to double check. I was wrong. Okay, help me here. What is that real pointy sword that most bards use? Rapier. He is an expert in a rapier. All of the texts that you look for, that is his bread and butter.
I can't believe he uses the virgin sword.
He is renowned, in fact, in his skill as an artist with the rapier, to the point that you learn this. And I am going to reveal a thing that you might not have learned, but your skill check was so good that I must. You learn, or you can learn, of one of two abilities that he has. Would you like to learn of mirepoix or flunge? I will write them down if you would like.
My personal opinion is
you put it in
flunge.
general.
Oh, well, it's there now.
My personal opinion is flunge because it's a fun word.
Lunge.
Your plot is also fun.
Which would you like to learn of? These are direct abilities that he can use.
Zelfor, pick high or low.
Oh, dude, I'm picking flunge.
No, pick high or low. I'm rolling.
Low.
Okay, we're doing mirepoix.
Mirepoix?
Mirepoix.
This, I'm just going to read it out. You get in poetic language in the text that you read, but Caldus attacks 3 times in extremely short succession against a single target. The target must make a DC 18 con save or else take on the bleeding condition.
Oh my god, it's I love it.
So essentially he's just like, "La, la, la," and he stabs you multiple times and you bleed.
Cool.
Chris,
Anything else? Anything about his breath?
From his breath, you find a text, and it goes into detail about how once, many, many centuries ago, there was a person who was deceitful and lied to his face, so he called them upon an audience. And then, when this person proved himself a blackguard, the man stood before him, knelt down, and from his very mouth, as the strong emperor he was, he blew forth a terrible, ugly flame, blackened as it was, and it melted the man straight away.
Necrotic.
Does it describe it as melt, or did he turn to ash?
Okay. So, I have a favor.
A favor?
Zelf,
Hi.
can you please leave the game?
Oh. Like actually need me to leave the game?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The game or the voice channel?
He can stay in voice, but he needs to leave the game.
I've left the game.
Sick diddly. Because I have
And
to
close the stream.
No, he can leave this stream open, but I gotta do something special. Because we get into things that I don't allow him to look at. These are ultra naughty things.
Ultra naughty.
So long as
Ultra
you,
naughty.
so long
Whoa,
as you
did I
don't-
find his nudes?
So long as you
Did I
don't
find the
roll
Emperor's
something.
nudes?
So long as you
Yeah,
don't
I'm not
roll
rolling.
something to GM, then
I just need to
you're
read.
fine.
Okay. Give me another investigation check, please.
Normal?
Yes.
29.
Very good.
This is a 19.
Okay. So this breath that is described within the text exists as a flame, but it is not a natural flame, is the way that it continually describes it in the various texts that you read. The thing that most concerns you is that anyone affected by this is debilitated in such a way to where their movement is receded and that they are weakened whenever they are encumbered by this flame. It is disastrous, and only those that are most dexterous and wise can withstand it.
Oh, there's two
Dex
states today.
and wisdom save?
Yeah.
So
I'm good at only one of those.
the flame is naughty business, is what it inevitably says. Zelf can return if he chooses.
That hurts, though. The +1 modifier, Dex modifier wizard.
+2.
Okay.
That's real bad for me.
Yeah.
That's
all the
gonna be a
people
yikes
who
for
are
me,
good at
dog.
Dex are the ones that are here.
Okay. Is that all I find?
Beyond him being quite the swordsmith, you know that his abilities seem to be beyond the how to describe it. What am I trying to say?
The standard dragon.
The standard human. He definitely seems godlike, as people would call him. However, you take that with a grain of salt. So, he does seem proficient in combat. He does seem to be a dragon, at least as these texts reflect. You do gather that this is going to be a difficult encounter if you encounter him directly. If you would like to make... What kind of check should you make? What else would you like to learn? Because I'll give you one more check that you can make. What would you like to learn?
I can't think of one right now, and I probably won't be able to think of one because I'm very tired.
That's okay. You can meta if you choose.
Can I think I'd rather, this is a better time for me to stop because I really cannot think, I won't be able to think of anything right now, Chris.
That is fair.
I can DM you it or get to you next week.
I'll say that concludes your investigation for now, and perhaps I'll give you another chance to learn in the future. What I'd say is, if you could write it down somewhere, you have advantage on one martial check against him if you choose to make it.
Why'd you give that to the wizard?
Anyone can make a martial check is just like a thing. Like it's just a thing where you can determine an enemy's abilities. It's just a basic check.
Okay.
It doesn't actually have to do with
I thought it was
anything.
like a martial attack.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
You just learn about them.
Yeah, it's just
Stat learning.
Nobody uses it.
It's because we don't remember it's a thing.
Yeah. Beyond that, you guys continue your research in the city and can contemplate your plans for the future. But otherwise, we are done for this session.
I pogged into the distance.
Did we level up?
Yes.
Really?
I'm Poggy Boy! What level do I get?
Oh, what? 14 now? We're becoming 15?
Yep, we're 15.
Yeah, we're 15 now. We have 8th levels for full casters.
And you get a full rest before you do whatever the fuck you're gonna do.
Why did I think we already had 8th level spells?
Wait, what the
No. We get new levels on odd numbers.
You know what happens in 2 more levels? I can haste myself. But that's 2 more
haste on
levels. But
Lance.
you know what I get now though?
What?
I can hit 3 times.
I was about to say, like, you get just nothing.
I get to hit 3 times now.
I won't be surprised.
I mean, that's as most as you're ever going to be able to hit someone.
Actually, this is really pog because I can do something. I can change things up.
Actually, if I take another level into fighter into paladin, do I get to hit 4 times?
But yeah, I only get.
What would that give you? What does it give you?
Or another level into paladin gives me the 5th level extra attack. I
No,
don't think it does.
extra attack doesn't stack.
Yeah, it doesn't
You can
stack
only
like
benefit
that.
from extra attack from.
I think it's
Funny though.
Yeah, no.
That would be too strong.
Yeah, it only
My
scales, it
forever
doesn't stack.
attack.
Me and Jerry pointed that out very early on into Stray Embers when Bear kept doing that.
I
Yeah.
have extra attack.
They were smart enough to write that in like a very specific way. It's just how it do be.
Yeah, I mean they had to do that for spell slots and extra attack and things like that. ASIs.
Actually, I should have done some. I should have done some information gathering for myself.
One day I'll be able to haste myself.
You do still have time.
Yeah, we haven't set anything quite into motion.
Y'all ready to fight that dragon though next session?
Hell yeah. Go, like, if you want my opinion, go straight in. It'll be
I
fun.
want to do it. I want to go straight in.
Could I have researched that word caitiff?
Oh, yes. Well, sort of. You can research it next session.
Just ask your dad. What does caitiff mean?
But yeah, what I'd say instead, try a dictionary. Wink.
Oh, okay.
But yes, if nothing else, say goodbye to stream.
Best
Goodbye.
What?